Good evening and welcome to today's presentation of Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association coverage of the Ohio Fair Racing Conference. I'm Roger Houston, the brand ambassador for the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association, and today we're in Upper Sandusky for racing from the Wyandot County Fairgrounds. Today's live racing event is brought to you by Cool Winds Farm, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply, and the Galbraith Equine Center at the Ohio State University Veterinary Medical Center.
The Wyandot were known as the Dwellers of the Peninsula and were originally located in Ontario, Canada, along the peninsula between Lake Erie and Lake Huron. Huron was a term that the French called the natives due to their Bristol hairstyle, which means boar's head. They were part of the Iroquois nation, but were driven into Ohio by the New York Seneca during the Beaver Wars of the 1670s, as the Dutch had supplied those Iroquois, mostly Mohawks, with guns. The Iroquois were known as a people of the Longhouses. Because of the lucrative trade with beaver pelts, they became fierce and warlike over their territories. They were pushed southward into Ohio and settled on the Sandusky River. Sandusky is Wyandot for water. The Wyandots had sided with the French during the 7 Years' War, and then with the British during the Revolution. Either way, they were not regarded as friendly Indians by the new American settlers. The Wyandot village was named Half King's Town for their chief Dunquot. In 1812 became the site of Fort Ferry. Upper Sandusky was the last Native American reservation in Ohio, as the Wyandots were removed to Kansas in 1843. Wyandot County was then formed in 1845 from parts of Crawford, Marianne, Harding, and Hancock counties, as the village of Upper Sandusky had its first cabin in 1845, constructed a jail in 1846, became the county seat in 1848, and would hold its first fair in 1851. Yes, and welcome live from Wyandot County here in Upper Sandusky, not Lower Sandusky. This is Tom Pye, the harness guy, on behalf of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association and the Ohio Fair Racing Conference. We have 13 races here at Upper Sandusky. I'll just call it Wyandot because it's Upper Sandusky. Let's go explain what's the difference between Upper Sandusky and Sandusky. This is Upper Sandusky because it is the headwaters of the Sandusky River. It's actually the upper river. So it flows down into Lake Erie, and at Lake Erie is the Sandusky, which means water in the Wyandot language. I'm here with Trot and Pacing Marketing, Don Holden. Teresa Maddox is back at the home office, or back at their studio with the great graphics that she does. Today, we have 8 stake races, the Ohio Fair Racing Conference stake races. They had a great card here yesterday. One of the highlights was seeing Designer Specs, the 2-year-old trotting filly by full count. She secured her 12th in a row in Ohio, remained undefeated, the winningest trotting filly in North America. And she is an exceptional nice filly. Yesterday, Ryan Stahl got the driving honors. He's good friends with Jay Weller, and this is in case we go big time. She's just a great filly. Got a picture on Facebook from the Wellers. The kids made her a sign that says 12 in a row in Ohio. And
let's get them together, line them up, and parade them in order, please.
So this first race is a 3-year-old filly trot. This is a dash for the cash, $9,239. There are 7 fillies in here. The 7 starts from the second tier. This is a nice wide track, good sweeping turns, It was built in 1921, so it has excellent drainage. It has a nice bank to the turns, and they do, I believe the track record is, I'm going to have to double check on this, but somewhere down 55 in a piece. I will have to get some local statistician, or maybe somebody on the network knows.
Let's pray to mid-order here, guys.
Our announcer today is Ayers Ratliff. We have...
Again, we are post-parading the raceway of the racetrack and being able to go straight to the gate.
That roar that you hear going by, that's the track there. As I said, it wasn't bad as the one up at Stark County. That was like the B-17, as one listener said. Sounds just like a B-17. Today it's kind of cool up here in Upper Sandusky. I left Delaware at 11:15, and it was 68 degrees and climbing. And 62 right now with the stiff wind.
Here are the horses for the first race today. 3-year-old filly trotters, a purse $9,239. Sponsored by J&F Construction. Ryan Stahl on 1, Jeff Neisanger 4, Chris Hirschberger on 7. 1 is Electric Ridge. That driver is Ryan Stahl. 2, Lady Silhouette, Ed Greeno Jr. 3 is Wanna Be a Queen and Mike Spearman. 4 is Evita, Jeff Neisanger up. 5 is Sam's Victory Girl and Bud High. 6, Victor's Royal Miss, Emma Wahlberg. And 7, Lizbeth Chris Hirschberger in the sulky. That is the field for the first race. Ryan Stahl drives 1, Jeff Neisanger on 4, Chris Hirschberger on 7. Again, we would like to thank everyone for joining us today via the live stream provided by the Ohio Harness Horsemen Association. As harness racing, we do appreciate your support. It's very important here in the state of Ohio. There are more harness horses born here in Ohio than any other state in the U.S. When more horses are born here in our state, that's more care and more products that those horses need. That's more trucks and trailers that's sold. That's more fencing and building that's done. That's more food, more training. That's jobs here in our state of Ohio. All in, about 20,000 jobs are provided in our state, all because of harness racing. With 20,000 jobs here in Ohio, we are very important to the state's economy and put food on thousands of Ohio's families' tables. So again, we thank you for coming here to race today, and we welcome everybody who's joining us live to watch the harness racing program. Starter is calling in the horses for the first race. It's post time here in Upper Sandusky.
This is a good field. 7 3-year-old filly trotters. There's 3 or 4 that could take this. I'm going to go, I like the Electric Ridge. Adding Ryan Stahl, it never hurts. She's 15 starts, 6 wins, 2 seconds, 4 thirds. Already has over $36,000 on a card with a mark of 56-2 at Northfield. For second, we'll go with Jeff Neisanger.
First $9,239. 3-year-old filly trotters at the top of the stretch for today's first race, and here they come.
Jeff Neisanger on Evita with the 4. 1-4. Say no more.
Lady Silhouette on a break. And the starter has signaled a recall. It's a recall here in the first.
Elizabeth, I believe, went off stride. I'm not doing, can't say what caused it, but she was off stride. Maybe there's several factors in there. But again, that is the recall. They were
recalled due to interference before the start. Looked like the 2 into the 7.
There you go. It's one of the main reasons to have a recall is interference, also out of position, an accident with that, but John Wiest explained that very eloquently the other day. He's been starting for 50 years. Mike Wipkenberg, I won't venture to say how long he's. I think back since the 70s, but he's like the Grand Master in Ohio. And he's starting here today. He's getting the starting gate into position one more time. The horses are
He
turned.
also had some equipment adjustment there on the 7, Lizbeth. And there's a flat tire on the 5, Sam's Victory Girl.
There we go. And we were going so smoothly so far. But it's yesterday at the... Yep. He's trying to blow my eardrums out with beeps and buzzes. But yesterday up at Williams, we had to wait for the ambulance. I guess they had an accident somewhere. And that was a good half hour, 40 minutes. So it's always something. This is the county fairs. This is what's lovable about them too. Is like things don't exactly go quite right. You never can say it goes quite right, but it's all worth it when you're in the winner's circle, smiling for your photo. Sun is out now, which is good. We should have a little warming trend here. And that flat
5
tire
is back on the racetrack.
just change the bike. They don't have to change the wheel.
Take too long. That tire was only flat on the bottom. Starter will reconvene the field here for the first race.
Now the sun's out, the track is bathed in sunshine. The wind has changed. It's coming from a different direction. Leaves are starting to turn. So in this we have Lady Silhouette's got over 14,000 a car this year. Evita has over 27,000, 5 wins, 3 seconds, and a third in 15 starts. Mark of 56 and 3 at Scioto. Lisbeth, the others, Lisbeth has 1 win, 13 starts. Victor's Royal Miss, looking for her first lifetime win in 17 starts. And Bud High, Sam's Victory Girl, looking for her first win in 12 lifetime starts. As is Wannabe a Queen, first win in 25 lifetime starts. But the others have multiple wins, so I believe it's between the 1, 4, and 2. They're moving in behind the gate. The gate is moving. And again, this is Pete and repeat. One more time at Upper Sandusky, the Wyandot County Fair. Located along the scenic Sandusky River. It is 62 miles north of Columbus and approximately 40 miles.
Again, the starters called him in for the first race. 3-year-old filly trotters lining up behind the gate. The gate is rolling. This one sponsored by J&F Construction. Again, chasing a purse, $9,239. Race 1, take 2. They'll round the turn to the top of the stretch. Here they come. Sam's Victory Girl on a break. They're off turf and trotting going on out there looking for the lead. It's Evita. Evita fired off the car and she crossed over with the top. Lady Silhouette is there in second. Electric Ridge is third. On the inside, Lizbeth fourth. In there to be fifth is Wanna Be a Queen. Victor's Royal Miss went off stride, and Sam's Victory Girl doesn't like that well-aired tire. She's the trailer. As they move on to the initial quarter and out there with the lead, with them on top, it is Evita. On the inside, second, Lady Silhouette. Now moving up on the outside, Electric Ridge is on the move. Opening quarter in 31-1. In there to be fourth is Lizbeth. On the inside, Wanna Be a Queen. Then it's Sam's Victory Girl, and the trailer is Victor's Royal Miss. They'll scoot off the turn and trot down here to the half, where Evita's on the lead. In their second, Lady Silhouette. Over there to be next is Electric Ridge. She's now right back where she started from. Lizbeth didn't like to trot for a little bit. In there next is Wanna Be a Queen. Halfway home in a hot 59-1. So Nicehonger is on the lead with Evita. Lady Silhouette is still there second. Electric Ridge third. Wanna Be a Queen is there in fourth. Over there fifth is Lizbeth. Further on back to Victor's Royal Miss and Sam's Victory Girl. They trot up the backside to three quarters, and they're still being led by Evita. Evita's out there a length and a half. Lady Silhouette is still there second. Trotting third, Electric Ridge. We're down to three quarters, 1:30 and 3/5 around that final turn. And the leader is Evita. Evita by 2. Lady Silhouette there second. Electric Ridge is third as they come to the top of the stretch. And the leader, Evita. Evita has extended the lead. Trying to move into second is Electric Ridge. On the inside, Lady Silhouette is third. But Evita, an easy victory today. Electric Ridge finishing second. Lady Silhouette is third. 2 minutes, 2/5.
Ooh. Don't cry for me, Evita. 4. 1, 2. I believe. 2 minutes, that's Evita. Nicehonger, just send it to the top. Don't look back. See you later. Nice 3-year-old filly by Triumphant Caviar, trained by Chris Beaver. And she's out of a credit winner mare by the name of Lady Annabelle. That is her 6th win for the year. 16 starts. Pushes her over the close to $32,000. Close to $32,000. Incidentally, go to www.ohha.com. Get your free program. It is, you'll see them right on the right of the screen. You can download it or you can print it out. You can follow it along. And if my memory serves me correctly, I'm not too sure, this was a filly that Chris Beaver come over to Wampakoneta to watch race, and she made a break, and she is a nice filly. And she's been straightened out, and she is going good. She has now surpassed the money she made last year as a 2-year-old.
Back in front of the stands after winning the first race, it is the 4, Evita. Evita, a 3-year-old brown filly by Triumphant Caviar to Miss Lady Annabelle by credit winner Embassy Beaver, Jay Gallagher, M. Swartz, SC handler. Christopher Beaver is the trainer, and Jeff Nicehonger, the winning driver. 2 minutes, 2/5. Race 1, sponsored by J&F Construction. Bring them on the track for the second race. Head them out for race number 2. In the first race, Electric Ridge was second. Lady Silhouette third. Wanna Be a Queen fourth. Evita the winner. Sam's Victory Girl 7th. Victor's Royal Miss 6th. Lizbeth 5th. Recheck top down at 2, 3, 4, 1, 7, 6, 5 on the bottom. 31-1. 59-1. 1:30 and 3/5. 2 minutes, 2/5. Upcoming second race, we have Hank Levan driving the 3, Jeff Nysonger on 4. We've got blue saddle pads, and we'll need 5 of you. Bring them out for race number 2. Again, bring them on the track for the second race.
So with the dominant victory in race number 1 here at Wyandot County Fair in Upper Sandusky, we start out with 1 win for Nysonger. I believe he's going to have a good year. Got a lot of drives today. Ryan Stahl and Nysonger. They finished 1-2 in that race. We will be back shortly after a few messages from our sponsors.
The roots of harness racing are born at the county fairs. For over 150 years, people have gathered to watch horses battle it out for fame and glory. Catch the thrills this summer at an Ohio Fair Racing Conference County Fair. The OFRC races at 21 fairs in 19 Ohio counties. Trotters and pacers put it all on the line to be called the best in the Buckeye State. The Ohio Racing Conference, where the path to greatness begins.
Athletes, they come in all shapes and sizes. They catch, they leap, they run. Some athletes even come with 4 legs and paws and hooves. When these beloved family members need care, remember the Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center. Ohio State experts wrote the book on exceptional animal care and know how to get our best friends back on their feet. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center.
During several of today's races, watch and listen for your chance to play Text Trivia. Text your answer, A, B, or C, to 614-633-5554. All correct texts will be eligible to win. So enter this number in your phone and be ready, 614-633-5554. That's 614-633-5554, and good luck from the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association. Yes, we are back live here at Wyandot County Fair. Again, the sun is coming out, and it looks like it's going to turn into a pretty good day. Just put the heat on for me, please. Second race here at the Upper, as they call it. They got slangs for every town in Ohio at Upper. You going into Upper?
Race 11 today, the 3 Mystical Rock, Scott Sisko. Scott Sisko on Mystical Rock. 5 Foolish Heart, that driver is now Dan Jones. Dan Jones on Foolish Heart.
So the second race is the first division for 2-year-old, 3-year-old colt paces. And they're going for first at $4,915. There's only 5 in here. And they have a couple of good ones in here. We got...
Again, keep them coming for the second race. Keep them coming race 2. Barn area race 3, we've got a driving double on Bo Brown, Brian Brown barn. Let's get the drivers figured out and taken to the starter.
So we have, in the second race, we have the 2 SBD Corazon. This colt's a 3-year-old by Cheyenne Ray, out of gold winner by Dragon's Lair. Has 9 starts, 2 wins, 3 thirds. Only made $8,197, but as a mark of taken last week in the maidens at Northfield of 155 flat.
Let's get them together. Line them up in parade them in order, please.
Now there's a couple of in here that such as Dig Danny Dig. He does show 58-1 at Greenville. Finished 4th. But that SB Corazon definitely has the fastest time. So I do Dig Danny Dig is 16 starts, 1 win, 2 seconds, 4 thirds. Got a mark of 2 minutes and 1/5 at Marysville. It's trained by Brian Brown, owned by Jennifer K. Brown.
Barn area, just another reminder, there's a lot of changes still yet to come in. Let's get those changes in. so they can have the correct graphics on the live stream that we are showing today. Again, let's get all of our changes in. Let's get that figured out. Let's get those to the starter so we can get those passed along.
There are changes I remember. The Beatles. All right, enough said about that. We'll in here against here from the rail out. Dig Danny. We'll let and we will let Ayers Ratcliffe.
Here are the horses for the second race, sponsored by Hilltop Lawn and Sports Center. 3-year-old Colt Pace, purse $4,915. 1, Dig Danny Dig, Bo Brown on the bike. 2, SBD Corazon and Kyle Travser. 3, Fireball Special, make the driver Hank Levan. 4 is Michael, Jeff Nysonger. And the 5, Risky Buddy, Emma Wahlberg, and the Sulky. That's the field for race 2. Hank Levan on 3, Jeff Nysonger on 4.
Okay, we got this as we study in the book. SBD Corazon should take the lead, cut the mile.
Third race, 1, Caviar Sergeant, make it Ryan Stahl. Ryan Stahl on the 1, Caviar Sergeant. Fourth race, 2, Awesome Paul, Hank Levan. Hank Levan and Awesome Paul, race 4.
Okay, now I'm confused. There we go. We'll get them on the post parade. As they say, one race at a time. But it's good to know in advance, because a lot of times I forget they made a change. But again, I'm not saying how they should drive or other that, but with a mile and 55 at Northfield last week, you want to dictate your own fractions in the race, because one of these horses might get to the front and back the half off to a minute 101, what have you. They can back it off to 5 if they feel like, if nobody pulls. So it'd be best to get to the front and down the road with SBD Corazon. Dig Danny Dig does like being third. Had a good year last year, had won 8 out of 16. This year is only 1 of 16. That's the transition from a 2-year-old to 3-year-old. Nothing's guaranteed.
The starter is calling in the horses for the second race. Horses approach the starting gate.
You can see over in they're unloading the trailer. They're racing on the trailer. They got the barn area. They got a junior fairs going on the other side. It's nowhere near as us, but they got quite a crowd there. Second race from Wyandot County Fair in Upper Sandusky. 40 miles.
Purse $4,915, sponsored by Hilltop Lawn and Sports Center, top of the stretch, and here they come.
Southeast of Toledo.
They're off into pacing. SBD Corazon rolling out to get the lead. Michael is there in second. Dig Danny Dig in early third as they move around the turn. Dig Danny Dig is on a break. Along the inside, Risky Buddy with Fireball Special. Moving on into the backstretch and out there with the lead. SBD Corazon is the leader. In their second, Michael. Risky Buddy is in third. Dig Danny Dig on the outside to be fourth. And the trailer is Fireball Special. Opening quarter in 31-3. Around the turn they go. SBD Corazon on the inside. Dig Danny Dig on the outside trying to get the top. But he's not loving these turns as they'll straighten away. And pace down here to the half. Dig Danny Dig does clear to the lead. SBD Corazon is there in second to the outside. Fireball Special is now in third. Michael is now back to fourth. And the trailer, Risky Buddy. As they move down here by the half, the leader, Dig Danny Dig in 1 minute and 2/5. Around the turn they go, and there to be second is SBD Corazon on the outside Fireball Special. Right there into contention is Risky Buddy with Michael. Tightly packed as they straighten up into the backstretch. Danny Dig is still the leader. Right there in second is SBD Corazon. On the outside is Fireball Special third. Saving ground along the inside, Michael with Risky Buddy. Moving by 3/4 and 1:33 and 1 around that final turn. And the leader, Danny Dig. SBD Corazon has been sent to the outside by Travser as they come to the top of the stretch. Inside Danny Dig. SBD Corazon is up and after him. Danny Dig digs in. SBD Corazon still coming. It is Danny Dig. Danny Dig will win. SBD Corazon second. Michael gets third. Time of the mile, 2:02.
That's the last quarter, 28-4. You do not pick up too many lengths when they go that fast. And Bo Brown, he made a break, but he came back and took the lead, got down that second quarter, 29-1. Last quarter, 28-4. Ooh. So that 1-2. Again, there's I will say a little bit more with experience. Of course, Kyle Trav only got 5. He's got a qualifying fair license, which is basically he can drive at the fairs and in a qualifying race with the approval of the presiding judge. So he has only 5 starts. Did have 3 seconds, which is good, very, very good. But that's just compared to Bo Brown this year alone. He has 124 drives. So that's got the race for Danny Dig. He needed that second win.
6th race, we need a driver on 5. Wiggle Me, Jiggle Me. I don't think Cam is here today. We'll need a driver there. Brian Brown Barn. Let's get that taken care of. 8th race, the 1, Big Taxi, Wengard Barn. Let's get that driver in. 10th race, the 4, Professional, Mike Sweeney. Let's get your driver in. And in the 13th race, the 4 and 5, Indigo K, and he's starstruck, Lewis Barn to Wolf Barn. Let's get those drivers in. Winner circle after winning race 2, 1 Danny Dig, a 3-year-old bay-gutted son of McCardle, and Miss Mandy M by Real Artist. On by Jennifer Brown, trimmed by Brian Brown, Bo Brown, the winning driver. This one sponsored by Hilltop Lawn and Sports Center. Danny Dig, the race winner. SBD Corazon second, Fireball Special 5th. Michael third, Risky Buddy 4th. 125, 34, 31 and 3, 101 and 2, 133 and 1. Time of the mile, 2:02. Bring them on the track for the 3rd race. Bring them out race 3. White saddle pads. We need 7 of you. In race number 3, Ryan Stahl drives 1. Hank Levan on 2. Scott Cisco 4. Hunter Myers on 6.
So with those corrected fractions, that second quarter was in 29-4. They still come in the last quarter, 28-4. Mile and 2-2. And that is a good mile. This is the only second race here in a year. So the 3rd race coming up is the Ohio Fair Racing Conference 2-year-old Coupe Pace. This is their first division of 2. This division goes for $4,021. Let me double. This might be first division of 3. It's the first division, I guarantee you that. So they have 7 in here. Again, the 7 starts from the 2nd tier. Brian Brown has another nice 2-year-old. He's by Well Said dropping down. He just finished 4th in the Ohio Sire Stakes final. They went for $300,000. So he has no wins this year. 2 seconds, 1 third. But he's already earned $58,000. Yeehaw! And with that, we will be back for our few short commercials in a moment.
Midland Anchors, established over 50 years ago, is leading the way in harness racing resurgence in the great state of Ohio. Over their 600 acres, many premier broodmares, yearlings, and stallions are able to roam. Midland Anchors' success in the past provides momentum for the future. So, if you are breeding your mare or purchasing a yearling, Midland Anchors will put you in the winner's circle, doing our best to bring you the best.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1974, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at bigdweb.com. Most orders shipped that day, or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Upper Sandusky hosted its premier fair in October of 1855, and by 1856 bought the first acreage on its present site, 1 mile north of the courthouse. The Wyandot County Fair was a hit, and a third of a mile track was constructed in 1859 under the grove of trees that still stand today. The races are so popular that a new 1/2 mile track was built in 1873, as the exhibitions and amusements were located in the infield as they watched the high-wheel sulkies wing around them. They needed even more room, so land was bought in 1921. The present-day track was constructed outside the midway, along with the grandstand. That would serve well until being replaced by the new steel and wooden building in 1988. Today, the 8th-generation fairgrowers are treated to Ohio Fair Racing Conference stake races and promises a fine time, just like in days gone by. And we are back at the Wyandot County Fair, just in time for the post-parade. They'll be ready to come to the track shortly. I see them out. They're still warming them up for their later races. This is the 2-year-old colt Pace, and it has 7 in here. From the rail out, we'll go Caveat Sergeant with Jeff Stahl, Cabela Special, Hank Levan, Looky at Cookie, Chris Presley will drive, Wheel It Jim with, I didn't pay attention, but it's not Anthony McDonald. Bo Brown's on the 5, 4-Star Flash, and Hunter Myers on the 6 with Chuck Stamos, and Darren Dowler driving Racing Renegade. We have...
Again, guys, let's go ahead and parade them in order.
These are horses. They have only 3 of them have a win. The rest are Zippo. No wins, but they've all been on board except for Chuck Stamos. He's 0 for 3.
Barrio, we still need money in the 8th race on Big Taxi, 13th race on Northern Ashley. Let's get those 2 paid. We'll have to bring those to the judges' stand here in the center of the racetrack.
Now, Brian Brown has 2 in here, and they're both stake caliber horses. 4 stars. Here they are. You can see for yourself. Here's the 3rd at Wyandot.
So here are the horses for the 3rd race, sponsored by Sunny Girl Spray Tan. Purse $4,021. 2-year-old Colt Pacers. One is Caviar Sergeant. Make the driver Ryan Stahl. 2 Caballos Special. Hank Levan is up. 3 Looky a Cookie and Chris Presley. 4 Wiggle It Jim. Driver change to Scott Sisko. 5 4-star Flash and Bo Brown. 6 Chuck Stamos, driver changed to Hunter Myers. And the 7 Racing Renegade, Darren Dowler in the sulky. That's the field for the third race. Put Ryan Stahl on 1, Hank Levan on 2, Scott Sisko on 4, Hunter Myers on 6.
So on the field here is a good field. Brian Brown, as he said, has 2 in here. This 4-star Flash, the 5, has got 6 starts, 1 win. 2/3, got $42,500 on his card already this year. Nice little coat by Weston Vintage. He took a mark earlier this year at Northfield, 151-3. He hasn't been pacing back to that, but he took that on August 17th, and then he had a qualifier, went in 55-4 at Scioto. And that was for the final. He finished 9th. He paced a mile in 53. He come the last quarter 28-2. He had a break behind the gate, and they went the 2-year-olds for the final. They went in 150-2. Charlie May win it. That's Jeff Smith's colt. So that was nice. Nice little purse of $300,000. But so I do like the Brown entry, the 5.
Starters called in the horses for the third race. 2-year-old Colt Pacers. Field of 7 approach the gate. This one sponsored by Sunny Girl Spray Tan of Upper Sandusky.
I would throw Wheel It Jim with Scott Sisko, the Ron Steck coat by Mr. Wiggles. 514, and I'll say no more.
Top of the stretch for the third race. First $4,021, and here they come. They're off into pacing. Caviar Sergeant rolls up the inside looking for the lead. 4-star Flashes moving on the outside. They're at the rail. Looky, a Cookie is in third. Pacing an early fourth for Racing Renegade. Then at the rail, Caballo Special. Behind him comes a Wiggle It Jim in the trailer. Chuck Stamos as they straighten away through the backstretch. And with the lead, it's Ryan Stahl and Caviar Sergeant. In there to be second, 4-star Flash. As they continue on to the opening quarter. Over there to be an early third, Looky a Cookie, the quarter in 30 1/5. Racing Renegade is in fourth. Over there to be fifth is Wiggle It Jim. Then on the inside, Caballo Special in the trailer. Comes Chuck Stamos. They're in single file as they drive here in front of the stands the first time. The Brian Brown horses are 1-2. Caviar Sergeant on the lead. 4-star Flash is there in second, pacing away in third. It's a Looky a Cookie. Racing Renegade is fourth, a half, 1 minute 3/5. Wiggle It Jim is next, then comes Caballo Special. And Chuck Stamos around the turn. They'll straighten away to the back stretch. And the leader, Caviar Sergeant, in their second. 4-star Flash is waiting, a patient pocket setter. Looky a Cookie trying to stay with them third. Racing Renegade has come under, urging fourth. Moving to the outside, Wiggle It Jim as they continue by the 3/4 mile mark of the race, and out there with the lead, it's still Caviar Sergeant, 1:30 4/5. In and around the final turn, Caviar Sergeant is the leader. 4-star Flash pops the pocket on the outside as they come to the top of the stretch. Stahl trying to see it through with the Sergeant. 4-star Flash on the outside. 4-star Flash and Caviar Sergeant. 4-star Flash and Caviar Sergeant. Which one will it be? 4-star Flash to win. Caviar Sergeant finishing second. Wiggle It Jim gets third. 1:59-2.
Yeah. Then Brian Brown, bold, cold exacta. 5-1. So good. They come last half and 58-4. So that's a good tightener for Delaware. And speaking of Delaware, we will be there starting on Sunday with the OHHA crew starting at 10:30. Have interviews, in-depth analysis. I always like that. That's like the NFL or the in-depth analysis. We'll have complete results, but it's a guaranteed will be an enjoyable watch. All you folks all over the world will even have handed out prizes that you can win that will be sent out sometime before Christmas. Guaranteed. Here is Bo Brown with 5-star flash to number 5.
Coming back to the winner's circle after winning race 3, it is the 5-4-star flash. 2-year-old Bay Colt by Western Vintage. Attica Lady Blue Chip by Better's Delight. All by Hutchison Harness. D. Wozniak, D. Van Dusen, and Acadia Farms. Brian Brown is the trainer. Bo Brown, the winning driver. Time to the mile 1:59, 2/5. Race 3 sponsored by Sunny Girl Spray Tan. Caviar Sergeant was second. Caballo Special 7th. Looky a Cookie 4th. Wiggle It Jim was 3rd. 4-star Flash the winner. Chuck Steam is 6th. Racing Renegade 5th. 2:74, 3:165, 30 and 1/5. 1 minute 3/5. 1:30 and 4/5. 1:59 and 2. Race 4 is next. Green saddle pads. We need 5 of you. Head them out for the 4th race. We've got Jeff Conger driving the 1. Hank Levan on 2.
So, as we move to the 4th race, I don't know about them cold trifectas. Well, everything's cold. It's chilly up here. It is sunny. It might have warmed up 1 or 2 degrees, but the racing action is hot here at Wyandot County Fair, up in Sandusky, Ohio. We will be back after these few short words.
With more than 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. Much of that value comes from standardbred horse owners, breeders, trainers, and drivers who participate in the sport of harness racing. The mission of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association is to preserve, protect, promote, and serve the entire standardbred industry in Ohio and beyond. To learn more about the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association, go to ohha.com. That's ohha.com.
Cool Winds Farm in Lima, Ohio is a full-service standardbred breeding facility that specializes in stallion management. Cool Winds Farm stands Rockin' Amadeus, sire of world champion Ocean Rock. Cool Winds also stands trotters Coraggioso, sire of stakes winner Lima Gold, and double millionaire sire Lucky Chucky. Be sure to visit the Cool Winds yearlings at the Ohio Selected Drug Sale at Pickaway Ag Center on Friday, September 18th.
Let's get to know Doc Holliday. How'd you get started in the horse racing business?
I got started in the business probably around 77. My mom bought half interest in a horse. And I started cutting it around the barn area, and then I started working for Tom Thorpe's, and that's how I got started in the horse business.
What's your first memory of county fair racing?
First memory at county fair? Well, actually, my first memory of county fair racing was right here in Hilliard, Ohio. I believe it was 1988. I had a filly called JT's Down Ripple, the first fair I've been to.
What do you like most about racing at the fairs?
Well, I like racing at the fairs. I mean, it's just kind of like, I want to kind of say like the backbone of the industry. You know, that's where people learn, they get their craft. Start at the fairs, they get their craft. It's where a lot of young horses will learn how to race. And it's just a really good atmosphere for harness racing.
What do you do when you're not around the horses?
Well, you try not to. Horses are a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week thing. You know, you can't get your mind off of it because this is how you make a living. So, and they're athletes too. So it's hard not to do too much when you're not around horses. I mean, it's just hard not to think about them. I used to play a lot of golf occasionally, but I've been busted up so bad, my shoulder, my wrist, so I don't play as good as I used to. So it's frustrating. So I just quit.
What's the worst injury you had driving a horse?
Oh, well, the last one was the worst one. Probably, I went down, busted up my shoulder, and I bruised my heart, my lungs, my kidneys. I was off about 3 years. So it's a tough deal to overcome.
Do you have a favorite horse you've driven?
Favorite horse I've driven. I probably would have to say the favorite horse I've driven is a horse called Hasty Hoosier. It was gelding by Nautilus. A lot of people don't probably remember that. Was the first horse. He was probably the favorite horse I drove. I got my first win with him. I went 3 or 4 in a row with him, and he was probably the favorite horse I had.
What's your favorite fair food?
Favorite fair food? Well, back in the day, when I was up around Cleveland, we used to get those. You used to win pork tenderloin sandwiches or whatever they was. So that's probably my favorite fair food.
That's getting to know Ken Doc Holliday.
Office. Let's get them together, line them up, and trade them in order, please.
Yes, we are back. We are back for the 4th. This is the first division of 2 of the Ohio Fair Racing Conference 2-year-old colt trot. This purse is a nice $5,084. There's only 5 in here. And we have 2, well actually 3 of them can win it.
Barn area there, Chris Beaver Barn. We still need to go to that test area and sign the form for Evita. Thank you, Chris. I see you on your way.
Instantly, when you bring a horse that wins, or if they call special test on a horse, whatever, to the what they call the spit box, and it is they take the blood or urine samples and to test, see if there's anything. Everything is copacetic, and after you collect the sample, you have to sign off on this thing so that you will witness what was going on. Here is the 4th race as my eardrum goes out.
That's the call to post for race number 4. This one sponsored by Ron Store Commercial Sound. Purse of $5,084, Jeff Conger on the 1, Awesome Paul the 2, Hank Levan. 1 is Phineas, that driver changed Jeff Conger. 2, Awesome Paul, make that driver Hank Levan. 3, Frankie B, and Jeff Conger. Rather, Jeff Niceonger on 3. 4, Best Value, Ryan Stahl. And the 5 winning distance, Scott Cisco in the sulky. That's the field for the 4th race. Conger on 1, Hank Levan on 2.
So they got the win streak here with Frankie B. Nice 2-year-old gelding by Triumph and Cavia has 5 wins, 1 second in 11 starts this year. Win at Richwood in 2, 3, and 4. With Jeff Niceonger has been driving the past 3 starts. Pierce Henry had driven him and won with up at Hicksville. But Niceonger has been putting him on the front end and saying, sting like a bee, sting like Frankie B. And he's just been trucking away and looks good. He looks like a good bet in here. Unfortunately, we have the 1 is dropping down from, coming down from Northfield, just coming off. Well, he only went 2-9 up there, but he got a mark of 2-2 and 2 at Northfield. That was Canfield. He went in 2-9 and 3. He went on the end of July, cut the mile. Won a mile in 2, 2, and 3 up there. Last half, 1 minute and a 5th. Last quarter, 30 seconds flat.
The starter is calling in the horses for the 4th race, sponsored by Ron Store Commercial Sound. Purse here, $5,084. They approach the gate.
But I'll have to go with Jeff Nicesonger and Frankie B. I think we've got 5 in a row coming up. If he controls his fraction, he'll control it for the win. But if he sends him down the road, we might have a new lifetime mark. Because he's got a mark of Richwood of 2, 3, and 4. So Ken taking a lifetime mark here. That wind's a little. It chases him on the back. It's coming down right across the track right now. Right from the headline. Head of the lane home it just switched. Yeah, the gate's in there.
Starting gate is rolling.
Phineas, Awesome Paul, Frankie B, Best Value, Winning Distance. Let's go with a 3-1-5. This is the 4th from Wyandot. In Upper Sandusky.
First $5,084 moving around the turn to the top of the stretch, and here they come. They're off into trotting and looking for the lead. Frankie B losing stride. Awesome Paul as they move around the turn, and it's Frankie B buzzing out to the lead. Winning Distance is on the outside second. Phineas at the wood in third. Best Value is fourth, and Awesome Paul is still on a break in fifth. Scooting on up the back stretch for the first time, and the leader, Frankie B. On the outside to be a second was Winning Distance. He's now being taken back. Phineas there at the rail. Then we find Best Value and Awesome Paul as they go to the opening quarter. In 32-1, the leader is Frankie B. He's got 4 wins in a row, trying to make it 5 today. Over there to be second is a Phineas. Winning Distance just lost stride in third. Advancing a spot comes Best Value. And the distant trailer on a dead run, Awesome Paul. Traveling down here to the half and out there with that lead. With him on top, Frankie B. Frankie B out there by 2.5 lengths. In their second, Phineas now getting closer. Best Value is there in third, the half in 101-4. Then we have Winning Distance and the trailer, Awesome Paul. Around the turn, they'll straighten away to the back stretch where Frankie B is calling the shots. Phineas is there in second. Here comes Best Value on the outside for stall in third. Winning Distance is there in fourth. Awesome Paul says, hey guys, wait for me. As they continue to the 3/4 mile mark of the race, Frankie B still the leader. On the outside second, Best Value 3/4, 134. Phineas is there in third. Over there fourth, Winning Distance. Somewhere behind is Awesome Paul as they make their way around the turn to the top of the stretch. And the leader is still Frankie B, and he just went off stride. So taking the lead, Best Value. Phineas trying to rock and roll up the inside, but it's Best Value the leader. Phineas still trying. Winning Distance third. It is Best Value who wins. Phineas there for second, Winning Distance third. Time of the mile, 2:05.
Well, as they say, all the well-made plans of mice and men. And horses, too. 2:05. That was Ryan Stow with Best Value. 4, 1, 5, I believe. 4, 1, 1, 2. That snaps Frankie B's win streak at 4. Sad to see that, but that's is racing. That's how you can never count on anything, except that the horses will go counterclockwise around the track. Last quarter in 31 seconds. race, we have a win for Stahl. And one for Nysonger. Add these up as we go along.
Moving back to the winner's circle after winning race number 4, it is the 4 Best Value. Best Value, a 2-year-old bay-goated son of my MVP. At a current yield, I like a prayer. Owned by Norman and Suzanne Robbins. Norman Robbins trains. Ryan Stahl is the winning driver. Time of the mile, 2:05. This one sponsored by Ron Storer, Commercial Sound. Phineas second, Awesome Paul fifth, Frankie B fourth. Best Value, the winner, winning distance third. 2:54.13, 32-1. 1:01.4, 1:34.205.
That's a happy group in the winner's circle. This was like unexpected. This is a first lifetime win. That's a good mark for the 2-year-old gelding by my MVP.
Upcoming 5th race, Black Saddle Pads. We now need 5 of you. Those 2, Siesta Shark is scratched. Scratch the 2, Siesta Shark. Bring them on the track for the 5th race. Head them out for race number 5. Another reminder for the Brian Brown Barn. I don't believe Cameron McCown is here today, so we need a driver in Wiggle Me Jiggle Me. Let's get that driver over to the starter.
Now the Best Value gelding there is owned by Norman and Susan Irene Robbins. And they are from Republic, Ohio, the same town as Ryan Stahl. And they were happy. They were hop, skipping, and a jumping over to the winner's circle. So it pays off. This has been a long winter, and horses showed making breaks. Had trotted the best, been trotted in. We're trotting at Northfield in 2-1-4. Finished third in the back at the end of August, but that was a good mile. Good mark for the Robbins and their Best Value. So we leads up to the 5th race. Is a Signature Series pace for 4-year-olds and up. And there are 6 in there. Excuse me, they got now 5 because the 2 is scratched. No 2. So from the rail out, American Schnapps.
6th race, 5, Wiggle Me Jiggle Me, Bo Brown. Bo Brown and Wiggle Me Jiggle Me in race number 6.
So from American Schnapps, the 2 scratched, Hanky L. The 3, 4 is I Am Eric N. 5, Rock and Randy V. Sharp looking finale. And we will be back for the 6th after these messages. 5th, excuse me.
Hey everyone, if you like horses, you'll love our podcast called Horsing Around. I'm Michelle Gadgel.
And I'm Kelly Bell. And we talk to horse breeders, trainers, and owners about something we all have in common: horses.
We have as much fun learning about horses as we hope you do listening to the people telling us their stories.
Listen Saturday mornings on WDLRradio.com.
Horsing Around is sponsored by the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association.
Your animals provide unconditional love. When they hurt, you want the best care available to help them enjoy life again. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center is here for you and for them. From heart disease to cancer, diabetes to broken bones, and 24-hour emergency services, Ohio State's team of experts make a difference in the lives of animals and the family members who love them. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center.
The heart of a racing program is the charted line, which shows the information on the horse's last start. June the 9th, 2020, the 12th race at Northfield. The purse, $6,600. The track was fast. The temperature, 84 degrees. The conditions of the race, non-winners of 2 parimutuel races, like tracks Scioto and Northfield. The fractional times of that race: the quarter, 27-4, the half, 57-1, the 3/4, 125-4, and the finish time for the winner, 154-1. Big Bad Whammo had post 6, was 7th at the quarter, 11 3/4 lengths off the leader, was moving 5th on the outside and 3 3/4 lengths off the leader at the half. At the 3/4 was 3rd. Note the 00. That means that Big Bad Whammo was 3 wide and just 1/4 of a length off the leader. At the top of the stretch, on top by 3, and at the finish wire, the winner by 3 3/4 lengths. The final quarter for Big Bad Whammo, 28-2. The time, 154-1. The dollar odds in that last start: the star indicates the horse was the betting favorite. The odds, $1.60 on a $1 wager. The driver was Kurt Sugg. The trainer, Corey DeErman. And the competition, the winner, Big Bad Whammo. Captain's Reign was 2nd. Grapes Cherry finished 3rd. 8 was the number of horses in the race. And that is the information on the charted line, which shows the horse's last racing start.
We're back for the 5th, the Signature Series. The 4-year-olds and up pacers. They have 6 in here. They go for a purse of $1,750, but this is a chance to bring your horses to the fair, get a little refresher, get them a little braver, get them up to win. You don't have to be smoking like they do at the big tracks. You can get around here.
So that's the call to post for the 5th race. Race number 5, sponsored by Wagler, Baden Hop Pace. In this race, scratch the 2. Signature Series Pacers, purse $1,750, 1 American Schnapps. Cody Greeno. The 2 is out. 3, Hanky L, Hank Levan. 4, I Am Eric and Hunter Myers. 5, Rockin' Randy V, Chris Presley. And the 6, sharp-looking finale, Charles Bolin in the sulky. That's the field for the 5th race, your Signature Series pace. Again, just a reminder to all you horsemen, that Signature Series final that was canceled earlier has now been picked up by Northfield Park. You will enter tomorrow, top 9-point earners. Assuming that you meet Northfield Park qualifying standards, do make the final. Each final goes for $10,000. $200 entry fee, which is waived if you start. So make sure you enter tomorrow morning for Wednesday's final of the Signature Series.
Well, we were about these. We got 3 divisions of the Signature Series here today. The 5th, 9th, and the later race, too, whatever one that is. The 5th, 9th, and the 12th. No, we've only got two signatures. My error. No, we got 3. 5th, 9th, and 11th. So this first division, nice group of horses. We have old Hanky L. 289 lifetime starts, looking for win number 60. He has been tailing off lately. He did get a second at Urbana in 59-4, but the last 3 races he's been pacing 2-1, 2-1-1, 2-0-2-2. So yet, I'm in Eric N. Earl Hageman's. This is going to be a tough one. He paced Canfield in 55 flat, Northfield 55-1. Northfield again 53-4. Northfield 52. He's got 21 wins, 21 starts, 2 wins, 2 seconds, and 3 fourths. He's kind of a nice 6-year-old by shadow play. So I'm going to go with I'm Eric N. And for a horse to be second, I'll go out on a limb. Maybe I won't pick a horse for second. This is going to be
Starter has the horses for the 5th race, Signature Series pace. Wagler Badenhop pace, purse $1,750. A field of 5, top of the stretch. And here they come.
Okay, 4-6 for me. That's it. Here's the 5th from Wyandot.
They're off into pacing. American Schnapps fires along the inside, the outside. Rockin' Randy V as they swing through the first turn. I Am Eric is there in 3rd. Sharp Looking Finale is there in 4th. And in 5th, Hanky L. They straighten away to the backstretch and press on to the opening quarter. American Schnapps and Cody Greeno. Their plan is to take the lead, and they've got it in there to be second as Rockin' Randy V. As they continue on to the opening quarter. Over there in 3rd, it's I Am Eric the quarter, 28-2. Over there to be next comes Sharp Looking Finale. And the trailer is still Hanky L. As they move off the turn, drive down here to the halfway mile mark of the race, American Schnapps has the lead. Rockin' Randy V is still there second. I Am Eric is 3rd. Over there to be 4th is Sharp Looking Finale. And the trailer is Hanky L. Pacing here by the half in 58 2/5. American Schnapps on top. I Am Eric is now rolling up on the outside to apply pressure on the leader. Rockin' Randy V watches those duelers from 3rd. In there to be 4th is Sharp Looking Finale. And the trailer, Hanky L, they continue by 3/4. On the outside, I Am Eric a short lead. American Schnapps at the rail. Rockin' Randy V is 3rd. Pacing by 3/4, 128 and around that final turn. I Am Eric is clearing to the lead. American Schnapps is tired. Rockin' Randy V pops out. They're at the top of the stretch. They turn for home. I Am Eric leads them out there now by a widening 3. Rockin' Randy V trying to take second. American Schnapps in 3rd. I Am Eric will win. Rockin' Randy V second, finishing 3rd. American Schnapps. 157 1/5.
Nice mile for a windy day at Wyandot. I Am Eric N. Mile 57, that is his 3rd win of the year. And he made a move at the half, and Hunter Myers woke him up. He says, "Come on, old feller, it's time to roll." And he did. From the last half, 59 flat. He's a 6-year-old by Shadow Play. That is his 13th lifetime win in 51 starts. Hasn't earned that much money, but he's earned it enough. 67,000. Coming back, I'm glad they got a golf cart to bring people from the path, because that's a good, we'll say a quarter of a mile away, but it's a good football length, 100 yards there. Who wants to run a 100-yard dash at this day and age? Hunter Myers in the sulky. So Hunter's having a good year.
Back in front of the stands after winning the 5th race for I Am Eric, a 6-year-old bay-gutted son of Shadow Play. Out of Invigorate by Arts Play, some of Murdoch Racing stable, Herman Hagerman trains. Hunter Myers, the winning driver. Time of the mile, 157 and 1. This is the Signature Series, the Wagler Badenhop pace. American Schnapps was 3rd, Siesta Shark scratched. Hanky L was 5th. I Am Eric, the race winner. Rockin' Randy V 2nd. Sharp Looking Finale 4th. 3 scratch 5, 124, 28 2, 58 2, 128, 157 and 1. 6th race is next.
Now,
Yellow saddle pads, we need 5 of you.
So whoever said that they'd go easy there, they didn't go no easy. Good mile, fast mile. And then you
As of
have
right now here in race 6, we've got Ryan Stahl driving the 1, Scott Cisco on 3, Chris Presley on 4, Bo Brown on 5. We expect a change on the 2 to make it a perfect driver change race.
a new record at Wyandot. No, we've had these before. So with that, we're coming up to the 3-year-old colt pace, second of the second division, 2, and we shall return shortly with these few words.
Be sure to catch the new podcast, The Top of the Stretch, presented by the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association. The podcast keeps fans of racing in the Buckeye State up to date on various topics concerning the sport of harness racing. The news and views of top officials, owners, trainers, drivers, and breeders in Ohio. That's the all-new podcast, Top of the Stretch, on the Facebook page of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association. Be there!
And it is time for text trivia. We've got to do our text.
Be sure to catch the new podcast.
Upper Sandusky hosted its premier fair in October of 1855, and by 1856 bought the first acre.
No, text trivia.
You're doing text trivia?
Yes, we're doing text trivia.
Okay, I want to listen about that Upper Sandusky thing, though. No, I'm only joking. Okay, text trivia, that's okay. We got time. We got, this is a number that to text to, 614-633-5554. All you folks out there, we're getting generous today, so I'm going to take anybody with the correct answer, as long as we give you getting the correct order. Okay, the
upcoming 6th race, the 2. Mackey's back in town. Make it Emma Wahlberg. Emma Wahlberg drives the 2 in this, the 6th race. Keep them coming for race 6.
Okay, so the this track was built in 1921. And which one of these Hall of Fame horses were racing in 1921? Was it A, Greyhound, B, Single G, or C, the Abbey? Which one of those Hall of Fame horses was racing in 1921? A, Greyhound, B, Single G, or C, the Abbey? I'm going to take the 3rd and the 6th correct text, whoever you may be, to 614-633-5554 to win a prize package from the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association. Again, which horse was racing in 1921 when they built this track? A, Greyhound, B, Single G, or C, the Abbey? Good luck from the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out.
Sandusky
Big
hosted
D's.
its premier
Since
fair in October of
1974, Big D's
1855.
Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at bigdweb.com. Most orders ship that day, or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
We are back, and I have you folks are bopping left and right. You're smart today. Yeah, so I've got a lot of correct answers. So I have my winners, and let me double check. I'll be sending them out to you. Yes, we have. Okay. The correct answer of text trivia. Who was racing? Was it when they built this track in 1921? It wasn't the Abbey, because he retired about 1911. Greyhound wasn't a foal yet. He was a foal in 1931. And 1921, it was Single G. Was racing, was still racing at the age of till he was 17, and he retired. That was in 1926, end of 1926. He was a foal in 1910 single G was. Amazing horse he was, that so many miles he went. He took a mark as a 13-year-old, excuse me, of 158 and a half. That was a world's record on a track back, mile track back then. 158 and a half. Single G, the horse that time forgot. Thanks for playing. I'll be getting back to you folks who are the winners as we're coming up to the 6th race here. This is a 3-year-old colt pace, Ohio Fair Racing Conference. This is a second division of 2. There's only 5 in it, and we got 50 flat with Chris Presley, I believe, and he looks like coming off. He's got 13 wins and 13 starts, 4 wins, 2/3, 3 seconds. He's got the 4-hole competition. These horses all got marks on fair tracks. Fly DeMayo with Ryan Stahl.
10th race for professional Chris Presley. Chris Presley on professional in race number 10.
There's Chris Presley right there as he goes by. That's 50 flats. He's coming off. This is a nice colt by All-American, gelding by All-American Native.
Let's get together, line them up, and trade them in order, please.
They all have marks on a fair track this year. So they, except Mackey's back in town. He's 5/3, 1 second. Has not yet visited the winner's circle. So they're on the track. They're getting them lined up for things from the rail out. Fly DeMayo. Mackey's back in town. Johnny Rockette. 50 flat. Wiggle Me, Jiggle Me. And as Ayers does the post parade, get them lined up, I'll be working to notify my text trivia winners. So the next buzz you hear on your phone, you will have won. The suspense. Who won? Only the shadow knows for sure. The shadow do. They're all on the track, incidentally. And here's the post parade.
Horses are on the racetrack, parading onward for the upcoming 6th race, sponsored by Engelback Tavern. Purse $4,915, 3-year-old colt pacers. 1 Fly DeMayo, make that driver Ryan Stahl. 2 Mackey's back in town, make that driver Emma Wahlberg. 3 is Johnny Rockette and Scott Cisco. 4 50 flat, make that driver Chris Presley. And the 5 Wiggle Me, Jiggle Me, driver change, Bo Brown in the sulky. That is the field for race number 6. Ryan Stahl on 1, Emma Wahlberg on 2, Scott Cisco 3, Chris Presley 4, Bo Brown on 5.
So, I sent out the notifications. Incidentally, folks, that if you haven't received, we were talking about this up at Williams County yesterday, up there in Montpelier, about if you haven't received your prizes as yet, we will be getting to them. We're quite busy. They're quite busy at the home office. As Susan said, they have sent out over 200 prizes, and we do have a lot of, 200 people have won, and we are really busy this week, of course, with the 5 days at the Jug coming up, Jug Week. We're going to have a a full broadcast, interviews, all tidbits. And
Starter is calling in the horses for the 6th race, sponsored by Engelbach Tavern. 3-year-old Colt Pacers approach the gate.
one of the things is Frank Frost has prepared 5 years of jug history on segments, and so we're going to go back probably 25, more than that, maybe 15, 40 years, 100 years. No, it's only been around since 1946, but that'll be an interesting, very well produced. I've seen a couple of them. So this 6th race, I'm going to go with the 4-3, just on the imaginary exacta. Here's the 6th.
Purse $4,915, top of the stretch. And here they come.
From Wyandot, Upper Sandusky, Ohio.
Here, off and pacing, Johnny Rocket looking for the lead. 50 flat is up on the outside. Losing stride, Mackey's back in town. As they go around the initial turn, Fly DeMaio is there in 3rd, pacing 4th, Wiggle Me Jiggle Me. Mackey's back in town is the trailer. So they continue on to the opening quarter, and out there with the lead. On top, Johnny Rocket. 50 flat is there in 2nd. Fly DeMaio is there in 3rd. In there to be 4th is Wiggle Me Jiggle Me, the quarter 30 and 1/5. Around the turn they go. The trailer is Mackey's back in town around that turn and with the lead. It is Johnny Rocket and Scott Cisco with the lead. Chris Presley setting right there with 50 flat in 2nd. Stahl looks him over with Fly DeMaio. Then it's Wiggle Me Jiggle Me, and Mackey's back in town as they continue on here to the half. Johnny Rocket the leader. Now here comes Fly DeMaio moving up on the outside the half in a minute. On the inside to be next is 50 flat. Then we find Wiggle Me Jiggle Me. Mackey's back in town, jumped it off again as they're into the backstretch. They're on their way to 3/4. Johnny Rocket looks for 3 in a row. 50 flat 2nd. Fly DeMaio is tiring. Then it's Wiggle Me Jiggle Me, and Mackey's back in town, pacing by the 3/4 mile mark of the race. Johnny Rocket is there, 3/4 up in 1:29 and 4, and around the final turn with the lead. Johnny Rocket by 2. 50 flat is their 2nd. Wiggle Me Jiggle Me 3rd. They're at the top of the stretch. Johnny Rocket still the leader. 50 flat still 2nd. Wiggle Me Jiggle Me is 3rd, but it's Johnny Rocket. Johnny Rocket 3 in a row. Finishing 2nd, 50 flat. Wiggle Me Jiggle Me 3rd. 1:58 and 2.
Ooh. 50 flat. 1:58 and 2. Nothing flat about that mile. Now this is terminology. If you say about a pacer, how was he? He was flat. Oh, that's too bad. That means he was dull, wasn't any good. But if you say that about a trotter, how was he? He was flat. Well, that's good. That means he didn't make a break. Terminology can get you wondering. You see, that's why you can talk horse talk, and people say, "I don't know what they're talking about." That's okay. A lot of horse people, we don't know what we're talking about either. 50 flat, Johnny Rocket and Wiggle Me Jiggle Me. Here's the folks down the winner's circle with their stylish masks on, like that. So any of those masks, they come out, what a market that became. I mean, overnight.
Just another reminder to the horsemen here that masks must be worn in the winner's circle. Masks must be worn in the winner's circle.
As they return now, they got the horses for the later races still warming up, so it's quite crowded.
Front of the stands after winning race 6, it's 3 Johnny Rocket, a 3-year-old black-gutted son of Big Bad John out of Oneratak Rocket by Rock and Roll Hanover. Owned by Here's to Us Stable, Ron Stack the trainer, Scott Cisco, the winning driver. Time of the mile, 1:58.2. This one sponsored by Angleback Tavern. Fly De Mayo was 4th. Mackey's Back in Town 5th. Johnny Rocket, the winner. 50 flat 2nd. Wiggle Me Jiggle Me was 3rd. 4, 5, 1, 2, 3 on the bottom. 30 and 1/5. 1 minute. 1:29 and 4. 1:58.2. Upcoming 7th race, we've got pink saddle pads, and we'll need 6 of you. I've got Hunter Myers driving the 1, Scratch the 3, Scott Cisco on the 5, Ryan Stahl on 6. 5 of you here for the 7th race. Head 'em out, race 7.
And for Johnny Rocket, that was 3 in a row in Ohio. Congratulations. Love those win streaks. It was his 4th win this year, 14 starts. Brings him up just about over the $20,000 mark for the year. I want to congratulate our 2 Text Trivia winners. First, Carolyn Walker from Sunbury, Ohio, and Brett Offut from Charlestown, West Virginia. I heard it's almost heaven down there. Congratulations to our winners. They got the prize package, the surprise package. If you won before, you'll get a prize package B, because the year's winding down. We've been generous all year. Again, you'll have to be a little patient with us, especially down the home office, because they are swamped right this week. I'm lucky I'm sitting up here in the grandstand enjoying these great races from Wyandot, watching Don Holden typing all these different things, coded messages. I don't know what they are. But great day up here at Wyandot. We will be back shortly after some more select messages from sponsors.
Guys, just another reminder to return your saddle pads. Some of them are being reused today, so when you're done with your saddle pads, make sure you're returning those so your fellow horsemen can use them. Again, make sure you're getting your saddle pads returned. Keep them coming, race 7.
Cool Winds Farm in Lima, Ohio wants to thank all of the breeders that supported our first season, standing the popular sire, Dancing Yankee. Cool Winds also stands the fast son of Some Beach Somewhere, Santa Fe Beach Boy, and 2015 Little Brown Jug runner-up Lost for Words, who engaged in an epic battle with Wiggle It Jiggle It, and whose first crop will sell this fall. Be sure to visit Randy and Kim Haynes in the Cool Winds Farm consignment at the Ohio Selected Jug Sale at Pickaway Ag Center on Friday, September 18th.
The roots of harness racing are born at the county fairs. For over 150 years, people have gathered to watch horses battle it out for fame and glory. Catch the thrills this summer at an Ohio Fair Racing Conference County Fair. The OFRC races at 21 fairs in 19 Ohio counties. Trotters and pacers put it all on the line to be called the best in the Buckeye State. The Ohio Racing Conference, where the path to greatness begins. Let's get to know Luke Ebersol. How'd you get started in the horse racing business?
I was born in it. My family. I've had horses all my life. Just been around it.
What's your first memory of racing at the county fairs?
Racing at the county fairs. I'd say my dad took me around with a little pacing mare and started letting me drive.
What do you like most about racing at the county fairs?
The camaraderie, I'd say, but fairs are fun.
Did Do you remember your first win at the fair?
Oh yeah. Yep. Clara Holtz sent a horse down to my dad, and we put it in a free-for-all pace. There was a horse named Eagles Thing.
What do you do when you're not around the horses?
I like to fish, hunt, just be outdoors, I'd say.
Do you have a favorite horse you've driven?
Cross country horse would be my favorite. Yeah.
What's the best part about what you do?
Is being about 1% and being able to do what you love.
And the most important question, what's your favorite fair food?
My favorite fair food have to be an elephant ear.
That's getting to know Luke Ebersol.
Thank you.
So, we're back at Wyandot County Fair. The wind in the wire. The wind's picked up, the sun's gone out, and get a little breezy up here. But we're coming up to the 7th at Upper Sandusky. This, incidentally, was it's always been the Wyandots have always lived in this area. Well, not always, but about 100 years. And the Wyandots were a very fierce tribe. They got along with the Shawnee to their south. In fact, they referred them to as their cousins or little brothers. But the Iroquois, which came in from New York, they were fierce. They fought all the time. We are here for the 7th.
That is the call to post for the upcoming 7th race. Race 7, sponsored by Premier Bank, a purse $3,946. 2-year-old Colt Pacers, Hunter Myers on 1, Scratch 3, Scott Cisco 5, Ryan Stahl on 6. 1 is Red Camo, that driver changed to Hunter Myers. 2 Feelin' Western, Bo Brown. 3 is out. 4 is SM Ernest and Chris Presley. 5 Stolly, Scott Cisco drives. 6 Just Marvelous, Ryan Stahl. In the sulky. That's the field for race number 7. Hunter Myers on 1, Scott Cisco 5, Ryan Stahl on 6, Scratch the 3.
Okay, let's make it a Bo Brown double today. Feeling Western. It's a nice colt win at Urbana. And this is a good mile at Urbana. I think it was close to a track record, if not a track record, for 2-year-old pacing colts. 57 and 4. It's 9 starts, 5 wins, 1 second, 2/3. That's 8. 1, 2, 3. This time
just have 1 entry fee that still needs paid in the 13th race. Northern Ashley. Last horse to pay their entry fee. You'll need to bring it over here to the judges' stand. At this point, we can only assume you are here. So make sure you bring your entry fee over here to the judges' stand.
Button, who got the button? Let's see. So Feeling Western is like, he has nothing but wins and seconds and thirds on his card. It's a nice group. SM Ernest, 2 minutes and a 5th at
Starter has the field for the 7th race. 2-year-old Colt Pacers. Gate is rolling.
These are a good select field. I'm going to go with a 3.
Purse $3,946. This one sponsored by Premier Bank. Top of the stretch for the 7th race. Here they come.
2, 4, 1. The 3 is scratched.
into pacing. Feeling Western goes looking for the lead. Just Marvelous along the outside. Along the rail is Red Camo. Red Camo made a break as they move around the turn. Then on the inside, SM Ernest. And off stride trailing is Stolly as they move into the backstretch. Three of them still down pacing well, and with the lead it's Feelin' Western. Feelin' Western is on top, Just Marvelous there second. SM Ernest is third. In fourth is Red Camo, and the trailer is Stolly. They move by the opening quarter, and out there with the lead, with them on top, it's a Feelin' Western opening quarter in 31. In there to be in second is Just Marvelous. Over there third comes SM Ernest, and it's Red Camo and Stolly as they roll off the turn and travel down here to the half. Bo Brown on the lead with Feelin' Western. In there to be second, Just Marvelous. SM Ernest is third. Red Camo has caught the other and has now been sent to the outside. And the trailer is Stolly, moving here by the half. In 103 and 2, and it's Feelin' Western on the lead. On the outside, second, Red Camo. At the rail, Just Marvelous third. Stolly is on the outside with SM Ernest. They're into the back stretch and on their way to three quarters, and the leader is Feelin' Western. Red Camo on the outside to apply the heavy pressure. At the rail is Just Marvelous third. As they continue on to three quarters, Feelin' Western still the one. Over there at three quarters up in 133 and around that final turn, the leader Feelin' Western. On the outside, Red Camo. At the rail, Just Marvelous. Three wide on the outside is Stolly with SM Ernest, and through the stretch, Feelin' Western. Feelin' Western has now given him the slip. He leads them out there by almost 5 lengths. It's all Feelin' Western. Feeling good today. Tight for the rest. 201 and 4.
That was a horse race for the place spot position. Was that 201 and 4? Would that be a last quarter in 28 and 3? He was under wraps, Feelin' Western. He was like, look good. Feelin' Western, and anybody's call for second and third. See if my picture come out. That was tight. Take another. I can't tell. They were form across the track. Good mile. Feelin' Western is a Western Terror 2-year-old colt out of Sweet Feelin' by Feelin' Frisky. That's his 6th win. 10 starts this year. 10 lifetime starts. Has 1 second and 2/3 to go. That puts his purse earnings over 20, just about close to $26,000 for the year. It's a nice colt. Trained by Bo Bryan for Brian Brown. Bo Bryan. Yeah, Brian Brown.
Moving back to the winner's circle after winning race 7 to Feelin' Western, a 2-year-old bay colt by Western Terror. At a Sweet Feelin' by Feelin' Frisky. Owned by VIP Internet Stable and Joseph Rotella. Brian Brown is the trainer. Bo Brown, the winning driver. Time of the mile, 201 and 4. This one sponsored by Premier Bank. Red Camo 5th, Feelin' Western the winner. Rockin' Republic scratched. SM Ernest was 4th, Stolly 3rd, Just Marvelous 2nd. 5-1 scratch, 4-3-2, 31, 103 and 2, 133, 201 and 4. Race 8 swings up next. In the 8th race, this one sponsored by All Win Electric. Orange saddle pads, we need 5 of you. We've got Scott Sisko driving the 1, Ryan Stahl on 3, Hunter Myers on 5.
Mayhem down there. So we got coming up for the The 8th is the 2-year-old Colt Trot, 2nd division, final division. This purse goes for $5,084. There are 5 trotters in there. Got a couple of standouts, and we shall go over them when we return from these few messages.
And before we get to those messages, just a quick note to everybody. There appear to be worldwide outages on Facebook right now. At the moment, it stands at 21,000 reported outages according to the heat map, which if you are with us right now, if you're not, you can't hear me, but if you are, you can see this heat map. It's particularly bad on the East Coast, and also some bad instances overseas. But if it's in and out for you and it happens to be in right now, you can probably get a more reliable feed with this link right here, because we are also live on YouTube, where there are no problems currently. Everything is good on our end. It's actually a problem with Facebook servers right now. So if you're having any trouble and you can hear me right now and you can see chat, then you might try checking out YouTube instead. That might be more reliable for you. And with that, Tom,
we're going to our sponsors.
That's correct.
Athletes, they come in all shapes and sizes. They catch, they leap, they run. Some athletes even come with 4 legs and paws and hooves. When these beloved family members need care, remember the Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center. Ohio State experts wrote the book on exceptional animal care and know how to get our best friends back on their feet. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center.
Midland Anchors, established over 50 years ago, is leading the way in harness racing resurgence in the great state of Ohio. Over their 600 acres, many premier broodmares, yearlings, and stallions are able to roam. Midland Anchor's success in the past provides momentum for the future. So, if you are breeding your mare or purchasing a yearling, Midland Anchors will put you in the winner's circle, doing our best to bring you the best.
The Wyandot were known as the Dwellers of the Peninsula and were originally located in Ontario, Canada, along the peninsula between Lake Erie and Lake Huron. Huron was a term that the French called the natives due to their Bristol hairstyle, which means boar's head. They were part of the Iroquois nation, but were driven into Ohio by the New York Seneca during the Beaver Wars of the 1670s, as the Dutch had supplied those Iroquois, mostly Mohawks, with guns. The Iroquois are known as a people of the Longhouses. Because of the lucrative trade with beaver pelts, they became fierce and warlike over their territories. They were pushed southward into Ohio and settled on the Sandusky River. Sandusky is Wyandot for water. The Wyandots had sided with the French during the 7 Years' War, and then with the British during the Revolution. Either way, they were not regarded as friendly Indians by the new American settlers. The Wyandot village was named Half Kingstown for their chief Dunquot. In 1812, became the site of Fort Ferry. Upper Sandusky was the last Native American reservation in Ohio, as the Wyandots were removed to Kansas in 1843. Wyandot County was then formed in 1845 from parts of Crawford, Marianne, Harding, and Hancock counties, as the village of Upper Sandusky had its first cabin in 1845, constructed a jail in 1846, became the county seat in 1848, and would hold its first fair in 1851. We're back at Wyandot County Fair in Upper Sandusky, Ohio. Don Holden was going on about Facebook and being the outage on the east coast of the United States. It's about a big map too, and over in Europe. So
guys, we're going to try to get you together, line you up, and preach it.
This is if any of you folks missed any of the fairs, any of the races today, you can go later on tonight to the Trot and Pace Marketing and check out their replays. I'll also Hopefully we'll be posted on YouTube and Facebook. But if Facebook's down, that ain't going to do you not a bit of good. So check out YouTube. I do get better reception on YouTube. It's more direct. Facebook, I got too many followers there. Too many. You can only do so much, but we'll have the replays for you. And this is live from Wyandot. This is the 8th race. 2-year-old colt trotters
for the upcoming 8th race. First $5,084, sponsored by All-Win Electric, 2-year-old colt trotters. 1 Big Taxi in Scott Cisco. 2 is Anastasia Nero, Jeff Conger in the bike. 3 is Final Class and Ryan Stahl. 4 PC's Cruiser, Chris Presley gets the call. And the 5 Blue Jacket, Hunter Myers in the sulky. That is the field for the 8th race. Cisco on 1, Stahl 3, Myers on 5.
Now these 2-year-old colt trotters, the 1 Big Taxi, 2 Anastasia Nero, and the 5 Blue Jacket have not visited the winner's circle as yet. But PC's Cruiser, the Mike Sweeney trainee, has been there 5 out of 10 times this year. As a mark at Mount Gilead of 2-5-1. He's 1 second. Best time he shows is at 2-5-1. Final Class has a win at
13th race, 5 He's Starstruck, Chris Hirschberger. Chris Hirschberger on He's Starstruck in race number 13.
Has a win at Kenton. And that was just on the 10th. It seems like several months ago, but that was just on the 10th last Thursday. We had a double header up there. That's a good mark. But the others, we do not really have that good times in there. I don't think they go. If PC's Cruiser stays trotting, does show a couple of breaks last week at Richwood, but he had won convincingly. So if he stays trotting, he should be the best in here. They're about ready to turn towards the gate. They're lined up there in the back over by the paddock, and they're turning for the gate. The gate's getting into position, and she'll be underway shortly at Wyandot County Fair. Now the Wyandot, incidentally, were up from the peninsula there in Ontario, up by Kitchener and London, Ontario, and up by Lake Huron. And they, along with the Punta, they were the tobacco nation up there. They grew tobacco. And they traded the tobacco. The Ottawa, which are up by Oak Harbor, etc., that area, they were the traders. They do all the trading. Then the Ottawa's like the middleman. So what really got them warring were the demand for the beaver pelts by the European. They're moving in behind the gate. This is the 8th race from Upper Sandusky.
The starter has the horses for the 8th race. Starting gate is rolling. Purse $5,084, top of the stretch, and here they come. They're off into trotting except for the one Big Taxi who's off stride, and it's PC's Cruiser who pushed the gate away. Final Class is there along the inside, and Final Class has just jumped off stride. Also off stride, Anastasia Nero. Moving around the turn to the backstretch, they're dropping like flies as they head on to the opening quarter. And out there with the lead, PC's Cruiser leads them by 4 lengths. Blue Jacket is there in second. Further back, taking third is Big Taxi. Then it's Final Class and Anastasia Nero. Well strung out here as they continue on to the opening quarter in 31 4/5. So out there with the lead, with them on top, PC's Cruiser. Blue Jacket further back in second. Big Taxi trots along in third. Over there to be fourth is Anastasia Nero. And the trailer is Final Class. Moving down here to the half, and the leader is PC's Cruiser. Off stride at the back, Anastasia Nero. Blue Jacket is there second, the half in 102. Big Taxi is there in third. Further back in fourth, Anastasia Nero and Final Class. Around the turn, they'll travel to the backside, Chris Presley. Just out for a Thursday afternoon stroll here with PC's Cruiser. Further back second, Blue Jacket, who's trying to get a bit closer as they continue on to 3/4. Over there to be next is a Big Taxi third. In their fourth is Anastasia Nero.
34 and 4.
3/4, 134 and 4 around the final turn. And out with the lead, PC's Cruiser. In their second, Blue Jacket. Big Taxi is still third. They're at the top of the stretch. And it's all PC's Cruiser. Blue Jacket still trying to get closer, but is running out of time. It is PC's Cruiser to win. Blue Jacket finishing second. Big Taxi will be third. 205 and 3.
That was a walk in the park for PC's Cruiser. Yes. Silly 205 and 3. Just 2/5 of a second off his lifetime mark. That's his 6th win in 10 starts. It's 2-year-old colt by Triumph and Caviar, trained by Mike Sweeney. Out of Postcard by Carry the Message, old Illinois bred. Carry the Message. Big Taxi was third. Blue Jacket, Hunter's Myers, was second. PC Cruiser's your winner. They're still warming up for the later races. That's the 8th. We have 4 more to go. 9, 10, 11. How about 5 more? 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. That would put PC's Cruiser earnings right around $23,000 for the year. Funny, ironic, he looks like a Carry the Message.
Winner of race 8 for PC's Cruiser, a 2-year-old bay colt by Triumphant Caviar, and a Postcard by Carry the Message. All by Jeff Leamer. Mike Sweeney trains. Chris Presley, the winning driver, 205 and 3. This one's sponsored by All Win Electric. Big Taxi was third. Anastasia Nero fourth. Final Class 5th. PC's Cruiser was the winner, and Blue Jacket second. 345-12, 31 and 4, 102, 134 and 4, 205 and 3. Race 9 is next. Bring them on the track for the 9th race. We've got Ryan Stahl driving 1, Darren Dowler on 2. A field of 6 for the upcoming 9th race. Bring them on for the 9th.
So I don't dare to ask Dawn how the feed's going, because every time we might jinx it. I mean, we're going smooth, and all of a sudden, bam, Mother Nature kicks in. Whatever it does. Maybe there's a storm coming, the sunspots, or the string theory, or whatever it is. But anyway, we're coming up to the 9th race. Now the Signature Series pace, we have 6 4-year-olds and up ready to roll. This will be interesting. We got a couple of good horses in here. Night Pro, 10-year-old horse by Pro Bono Best. He's closing on, he's less than $20,000 away from $1 million. This horse is a holder of numerous track records throughout Ohio and the fair circuit. He just coming off a win at...
Barb, if you can hear me on the racetrack there, we need a driver for your horse. We do need a driver here for...
At Northville, Ville, 153 and 4. That was last week. 10-year-old Pro Bono Best. This is going to be a good race to watch. We'll be back with after a few short messages.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1974, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at bigdweb.com. Most orders shipped that day, or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
With more than 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. Much of that value comes from standardbred horse owners, breeders, trainers, and drivers who participate in the sport of harness racing. The mission of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association is to preserve, protect, promote, and serve the entire standardbred industry in Ohio and beyond. To learn more about the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association, go to ohha.com. That's ohha.com.
Weather vanes have been in existence since Roman times, but in the 1850s, everyone wanted a trotting horse displayed. There are numerous models made, and as the faster a horse went, the more popular he became. Many of the horses are now enshrined in the Harness Hall of Fame in Goshen, New York, and their legacy still lives on. Ethan Allen and Black Hawk were both Morgan trotters who would suffer defeat by Lady Suffolk, but the most often displayed was the Get Hambletonian, as they dominated the record books. Mountain Boy, St. Julian, Maud S., American Girl, George M. Patchen, and Dexter, the world champion who set records on the saddle, to wagon, and the high wheel sulky. To this day, his classic gait is astride many a rooftop throughout Ohio and the Northeast. He was a king of the trotters when he retired in 1867, and a granddaughter of Hambletonian would become the queen, who arrived at the same time, Goldsmith Maid. She would compile a lifetime record of 97 wins and 123 starts. She was 120 times 1-2-3, and trotted the fastest mile to date of 2 minutes and 14 seconds at Dayton, Ohio in 1877 at the age of 20. The year before, at the 1876 Grand Circuit meet at Cleveland, it was an epic battle versus Smuggler, and was witnessed by a 35-year-old lawyer from Boston, and inspired him to pen a tribute to the effort titled When Smuggler Beat the Maid. He would later gain greater fame as Chief Justice of the United States, a man by the name of Oliver Wendell Holmes.
Trouble again, make the driver Ryan Stahl.
Just like
Two Starry 19, make that driver Darren Dowler. 3 Ladies Man and Charles Boland. 4 Night Pro with Dale Decker. 5, Dandy Dune and Cody Greeno. 6, Don't Ever Give Up, Scott Cisco in the sulky. That is the field for the 9th race. Ryan Stahl on 1, Darren Deller on 2.
Okay, this is going to be a battle. I do like In Trouble Again. This is a quality 5-year-old gelding by Dragon Again. 2 weeks ago at Northfield, he made a 3-wide move at the 3/4 and just got beat 3/4 of a length in 1:51.1 last quarter in 29 flat. The week before we qualified, I was in win the Signature Series at Northfield, at Lima. Win that in 58.1. That track was a little bit off. It comes last quarter 28.3. You win at Troy 58.3. So In Trouble Again. I think these other 5 horses will be in trouble again, because he looks like he's the best. He gets Ryan Stahl to do the teaming. He's a lifetime winner of $120,000. He has 14 wins in his 75 starts. A relatively young horse. 5 years old is very young. They don't reach their full growth potential a lot. Between the 4 and 5-year-old year, they'll have a growth spurt or what have you, and they'll finally, but by the time they're 5, you know about what size they'll be. They might grow a little bit when they're 6, but as a rule done, they're all filled out and done by the time they're 5. So he's a young horse. Dragon Again is again, but Old Night Pro. They're both still. Night Pro's just $20,000 and $20,000 shy of $1 million earned, and is 162 lifetime starts. And he has, for his 162 lifetime starts, this is what you call a nice horse. This is why he has close to $1 million made. He has 66 wins, 40 seconds, 13 thirds. That is 119 times out of 162 starts. 1, 2, 3. That is why I got close to the $1 million. Another old Dandy Dune, class horse, 7-year-old, 273,000 made, and even Star 18, 19. It's been going well. But again, these horses that I'm pacing 51 and 52 at half-mile tracks last week, they're going to be tough to beat. In Trouble Again with Style Night Pro Dale Decker. 1-4-4-1. Of course, I can be completely wrong again, but those are the horses I like in here. It's going to be good races, good class animals. And plaudits to the
starters called in the horses for the 9th race, Signature Series pace. Don't forget, Signature Series final draw is tomorrow. $10,000 for the pace and the trot at MGM Northfield Park. Make sure you are putting in top 9 point earners eligible that enter the race. A $200 entry fee that is waived if you start. So make sure, again, the draw is tomorrow. Enter by 9 o'clock. Top of the stretch for the 9th race. Here they come. They're off and pacing, and it's Night Pro who rolls off the gate with the lead. In Trouble Again as they're in second as they pace around the turn. Ladies Man trying to nestle in their third. In their fourth is Starry 19. Then comes Dandy Dune. Don't Ever Give Up is the trailer. So it is Night Pro who's chasing the $1 million earning mark. He's out there with the lead. He's got 20,000 to go, and the old 10-year-old is still in good form, and he leads them out there by a length and a half. In their second, in trouble again. Opening quarter, 29 seconds around the turn. Ladies Man is there in third. Pacing away in fourth is Starry 19. Then we have Dandy Dune and Don't Ever Give Up. They're in single file behind the heavy-hitting Night Pro and Dale Decker, who fronts them out there by almost 2 lengths. In trouble again as they're in second. Pacing in their third is Ladies Man. Then comes Starry 19 with Dandy Dune. Don't Ever Give Up the half, 56 and 3. Moving around the turn, the leader is Night Pro. In trouble again, nose to helmet second. Ladies Man is gapped out third. Starry 19 is there in fourth as they enter the backstretch to 3/4. Night Pro still the boss. Over there second is in trouble again. Trying to move into third. Starry 19. Ladies Man is at the rail with Dandy Dune and Don't Ever Give Up as they move by 3/4. 126 and 2. The track record is 156 as they turn for home. Night Pro is the leader. In trouble again as they're in second. They're at the top of the stretch. Night Pro comes under attack. In trouble again. Comes at him on the outside. Night Pro and in trouble again. Night Pro and in trouble again. Night Pro in trouble again. In trouble again on the outside. Will win it. Night Pro finishing second. Starry 19 is third. 155 and 1. New track record.
Hoorah! Wow. Now that Night Pro stepped out of there. He owned the track before you could say they are off. Before you could even say they, he was on top. But in trouble again, coming off that mile in 51 and 1 at Northfield 2 weeks ago. He was ready. That's again, you can't take anything away from either of those horses. New track record, 155 and 1. The others were just, they were part of history here at Wyandot, we can say. Congratulations again. Got a plaudits to Dale Decker, John Van Horn, thank you for, and the rest of you folks in the Signature Series. Thanks for bringing these horses to the track. They're the little bit class of the fair circuit. Signature Series, a great series, and again, we'll say thank you to Northfield Park for hosting the final of it. This has been a rough year. You'd hate to see the whole year just go up in the air because of
Moving back to the winner's circle after winning the 9th race, it is the one In Trouble Again. In Trouble Again, a 5-year-old bay-gutted son of Dragon Again. And What's Wrong With That by Arts Place. And by John Van Horn, Jeff Nysonger trains. Ryan Stahl, the winning driver. New track record here at the Wyandot County Fair. 155, 1/5. The old record, 156. Beaten today, 155 and 1. This one sponsored by Clear Cut Construction. In Trouble Again was the winner. Starry 19 third. Ladies Man 6th. Night Pro 2nd. Dandy Dune was 5th. And Don't Ever Give Up was 4th. 136, 254, 29 and 1. 56 and 3. 126 and 2. 155, 1/5.
And a great mile on a windy.
Your upcoming 10th race.
Cool.
Red saddle pads, we need 6 of you. Chris Presley's on the 4, Ryan Stahl on 5. Again, bring them on the track for the 10th race. Head them out, race 10.
So, with a great mile like that, new track record here at Up in Sandusky. Plaudits to the trackmen too for keeping this track in such good shape. So as we calm down a little bit, we will be back after a few short messages from our sponsors.
Cool Winds Farm in Lima, Ohio is a full-service standardbred breeding facility that specializes in stallion management. Cool Winds Farm stands Rockin' Amadeus, sire of world champion Ocean Rock. Cool Winds also stands trotters Coraggioso, sire of stakes winner Lima Gold, and double millionaire sire Lucky Chucky. Be sure to visit the Cool Winds yearlings at the Ohio Selected Jug Sale at Pickaway Ag Center on Friday, September 18th.
Hey everyone, if you like horses, you'll love our podcast called Horsing Around. I'm Michelle Gatchell.
And I'm Kelly Bell. And we talk to horse breeders, trainers, and owners about something we all have in common: horses.
We have as much fun learning about horses as we hope you do listening to the people telling us their stories.
Listen Saturday mornings on WDLRradio.com.
Horsing Around is sponsored by the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association.
When an individual goes to the races, the racing program can be quite intimidating. So in these features, we're going to help you better understand the information that is in that racing program. Today, we're first going to take a look at the headings across the top of the page. "1 mile. The distance of the race. The purse is $17,500. Broken down, 50% to the winner, 25% to the second place finisher, 12% to the third place finisher, 8% goes for the horse finishing fourth, and 5% to the fifth place finisher. The date of the race, Tuesday, June the 16th, 2020. And it's racing day number 18 at Scioto Downs. Next is the heading, Scioto Downs. This race is a Buckeye Stallion Series event, and it's for 3-year-old colt pacers. The wagering opportunities in this race, they have a $1 exacta, where you pick the exact order of finish of the first 2 horses. Pick 'em 1-2 to have a winning exacta ticket. 50-cent trifecta wagering. On the trifecta, you must pick the correct order of finish of the first, second, and third horses. Pick 'em 1, 2, 3 to have a winning trifecta ticket. There's also a 20-cent superfecta. In the superfecta, you must pick the exact order of finish of the first 4 horses. Pick 'em 1, 2, 3, 4 to have a winning superfecta ticket. The Daily Double consists of 2 races on the racing program. To have a winning Daily Double ticket, you must pick the winner of the first part of the double and the second part of the double as well. Pick those 2 winners to have a correct Daily Double ticket. Also, 50-cent Pick 4 wagering, where you pick the winner of 4 consecutive races. In this instance, races 1, 2, 3, and 4 make up the Pick 4. With that information, it should be a lot easier to understand what is in our racing program.
We're back. We're back for the 10th. Can't believe we're the 10th. It's just coming off that track record time of 1:55.1. Town Pro just got beat a half a length too. We could have had another track record to his resume. But this is the 2-year-old colt pace. This is the 3rd and final division. Is it? Get my facts straight here. The wind has been in gusts. 3rd division. 2-year-old
That's
colts.
the call to post for the upcoming 10th race, sponsored by Sunny Girl Spray Tan. Purse $3,946. Put Chris Presley on the 4, Ryan Stahl on 5. One Yankee Keeler, Hunter Myers in the bike. 2 is Pulling the Strings and Scott Sisko. 3, Big Money Mike, Bo Brown. 4 is Professional, driver change to Chris Presley. 5, Sidekick, make that driver Ryan Stahl. And the 6, Sir Charles of Skye, Emma Wahlberg in the sulky. That is the field for race 10. Chris Presley on 4, Ryan Stahl on 5.
So this one we have another one of Brian Brown's nice 2-year-old. This one's by Yankee Cruiser out of a Cambest mare by the name of Magical Best Turn. So far in 2020, the gelding has 8 starts, 1 win, 2 seconds. It's a qualifying win of 56-3 at Scioto. This colt win at Mount Gilead. And this is a very good mile at Mount Gilead. 157-4. Win by 2 last quarter in 29-3. A week before was at Lexington. In fact, it was Lexington last week. Finished 5th, paced in 53. The 25th, he was at Lexington, finished 3rd, pacing 52-1. He also was in the Ohio Sire Stakes with Northfield, paced in 52-2. Last quarter, 27-2. 2-year-old pacing gelding. Northfield, 52-2. The mile went.
Starter has the horses for the 10th race, sponsored by Sunny Girl Spray Tan. Purse $3,946. Top of the stretch, and here they come.
They'll go with the 3-1 Yankee Keller. Big Money Mike, Yankee Keller. It's going to be a good race. This is a 10th from Wyandot and up at Sandusky.
They're off and pacing. Big Money Mike looks for the lead. Yankee Keeler is there in second as they move around the turn. Over there to be in third is Pulling the Strings. On the outside is Sidekick. Then you'll find Professional. Sir Charles of Skye is the trailer. Moving on into the backstretch they go. On their way to the quarter, and with the lead, it's Big Money Mike. Yankee Keeler is there in second. On the outside, Sidekick advancing third. In there to be fourth is Pulling the Strings as they continue by the opening quarter in 30 seconds. Then we find Professional and Sir Charles of Skye, and around the turn they go with the lead, Big Money Mike. Sidekick on the outside, parked and pressing. Then we find Yankee Keeler in third. Over there to be in fourth. As they drive down here to the half is Pulling the Strings. So they'll pace under the line for the first time. And with the lead, a Brian Brown horse is hanging a Brian Brown horse. Daddy may not be happy. They went by the half in a minute. Into the turn they go. The leader is still Big Money Mike on the outside. Second, Sidekick along the rail. Yankee Keeler third. Professional is out there fourth. Pulling the Strings in there next with Sir Charles of Skye rolling up the backside to 3/4. And the leader, Big Money Mike. Yankee Keeler is there in the pocket second. Outside, Sidekick is laboring as they go on by the 3/4, and it's Big Money Mike who trips the beam in 1:30-2 and around their final turn with the lead, Big Money Mike. Yankee Keeler is still there second. Pulling the Strings third. Top of the stretch, they turn for home. Big Money Mike. Yankee Keeler on the outside. Pulling the Strings 3 wide on the outside as they come to the wire. It's Big Money Mike. Big Money Mike will win. Yankee Keeler finishing second. Pulling the Strings third. 159-3.
Show them no quarter. As one Hall of Fame driver once said, I have no friends out there on the racetrack. It's tough. Big Money Mike, wire to wire, 159-3. Last quarter, 29-1. It's a second win in 9 starts. That's what the Colt needed. Colt races tough like he has been, going in 52 and not visiting a winner's circle. You need a win. It comes a happy group from Brian Brown's stable. Well, half of them happy, the other half isn't. Three, 1-2. Yankee Keller was second for Hunter Myers. Pulled the strings. Scott Cisco got up for third. Brett Schwartz, trainee. Herman Hageman was Yankee Keller's trainer.
Moving back in front of the stands after winning the 10th race, 3 Big Money Mike. Big Money Mike, a 2-year-old bay gelded son of Yankee Cruiser, had a magical best turn by Cam Best. On by Hutchison Harness. Brian Brown trains Bo Brown, the winning driver, in 159-3. Yankee Keeler was second, pulling the strings third. Big Money Mike, the winner. Professional 6, Sidekick 5th, Sir Charles of Skye 4th. 2:31.654, 30 seconds. 1 minute. 1:30 2/5, 1:59-3. Race number 11 is next. Blue saddle pads, we need 5 of you. We've got Scott Cisco driving the 3. And Dan Jones on 5. Bring him on the track for the 11th.
Good race, we're up to the 11th. 3 more to go here at Wyandot County Fair. Another good mile. Another good race, right down blanket, right across the wire. We will return for the Signature Series, the second one on today's card. You got 5 in this. And this will be another good mile out here. A couple of quality animals in here. We shall be back in a few minutes.
Your animals provide unconditional love. When they hurt, you want the best care available to help them enjoy life again. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center is here for you and for them. From heart disease to cancer, diabetes to broken bones, and 24-hour emergency services, Ohio State's team of experts make a difference in the lives of animals and the family members who love them. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center.
It's time for Tex Trivia. Okay. In Ohio, we have 4 racing conferences. We have the Southern Valley Colt Circuit. They have 10 members. We also have Home Talent Colt Stakes, the Ohio Fair Racing Conference, and the Ohio Colt Racing Association. Which one of those has the most at 21? Is it A, Home Talent Colt Stakes, B, Ohio Fair Racing Conference, or C, Ohio Colt Racing Association? Who has the most at 21? HTCS, B, OFRC, or C, OCRA? Text 2-614-633-5554.
Still need 3 to go.
So again, I'll take the second and fourth. Anybody's eligible because we're getting generous. And who has the most members at 21? Home Talent Colt Stakes at A, B, Ohio Fair Racing Conference, or C, Ohio Colt Racing Association. 21 members. Text to 614-633-5554. You'll get a package from the Ohio Colt Racing Association, Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association. One of those acronyms, guaranteed before Christmas. I guarantee it. Okay, A, B, or C? Home Talent, B, Ohio Fair Racing Conference, or C, Ohio Colt Racing Association? Good luck.
Be sure to catch the new podcast, The Top of the Stretch, presented by the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association. The podcast keeps fans of racing in the Buckeye State up to date on various topics concerning the sport of harness racing. The news and views of top officials, owners, trainers, drivers, and breeders in Ohio. That's the all-new podcast, Top of the Stretch, on the Facebook page of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association. Be there!
We're back.
Let's get them together, line them up, and parade them in order, please.
Getting ready for the post-parade for the Signature Series. We got from the rail out Tonica, Gotham Hanover, Mystical Rock, Kings Beach, and Fuller's Heart. They're coming on the track. This is going to be a good race, too. I think I have my winners. They're very quick to answer. You folks are so smart. Sometimes I try and outsmart you. I outsmart myself. I get all tongue-tied and I forget what the question was, and people have to remind me. Then they tell me what fair I'm at. We are at the Wyandot County Fair in Upper Sandusky. First fair was held in 1851, named after Wyandot. I know all that, see. Okay, I think I'm starting to send out my winners, and we got 2 newbies that are winning, I think. Yes, 2 newbies. Congratulations. You get your next phone.
Here are the horses for the 11th race. Signature Series Pace, purse $1,650, sponsored by Lucky Draw Racing Stables. 1, Tanika and Hunter Myers. 2 will be Gotham Hanover with Ryan Stahl. 3 is Mystical Rock, make the driver Scott Cisco. 4 is Kings Beach, Chris Hirschberger. 5, Foolish Heart, driver change Dan Jones, and the Sulky. That's the field for race 11. Scott Cisco on 3, Danny Jones on 5.
And we do have our winners. I sent out the notifications, and I will tell you, take the time now, this opportunity before we go to post. And the correct Hometown Colt Stakes, Southern Valley Colt Circuit has 10 members. The Home Talent Colt Stakes has 15 members. Ohio Colt Racing Association has 20 members, and the Ohio Fair Racing Conference has 21. That's 66 fairs you can race at. And I'll tell you, 56 quality fairs, 56. They treat you fantastic every fair you go to. Of course, you're sometimes, depending on the weather and things, you get rushed a little bit, but that's the fairs. We don't have a set time schedule. We try to, but you can't always go by it. So sometimes it's always something exciting and different. So thanks to our winners, and when they give me their names back, I'll let you know who they are. I want to give a shout out to all the folks that play. Thank you. And again, just to remind you, we will get your prizes out. It's just, this busy. This is Jug Week coming up, and we've been kind of hectic the past 6 weeks. I can't even give you a count on the number of fairs we did. It's just turn around and go out the door. But here they are for the 11th, the Signature Series Pace. I'm going to go with Gotham Hanover, Ryan Stahl.
Signature Series Pacers behind the gate, purse $1,650. Field of 5, sponsored by Lucky Draw Racing Stables, and here they come.
2-3 for me. Here's the 11.
Tanika's on a break. They're off and pacing, and it's Mystical Rock rolling off the gate to the lead on the outside, Kings Beach. All on the inside, Gotham Hanover is in third. Foolish Heart is fourth. And the trailer is Tanika. Moving on into the backstretch and out there with the lead. With him on top, it is a Mystical Rock. Over there, second, Kings Beach. On there to be next, as they go to the opening quarter, is Gotham Hanover. By the quarter in 29-1. Then we'll find Foolish Heart. And the trailer is Tanika. Circling the turn to straighten away and move down here to the half, where Scott Sisko leads the way with Mystical Rock. Chris Hirschberger sitting right there in second. Kings Beach. It's a Gotham Hanover in third. Foolish Heart fourth with Tanika. Pacing here by the half. Mystical Rock is here in 59-1. In there to be second, Kings Beach. Gotham Hanover is third. Foolish Heart in fourth. And Tanika has made up a lot of ground, but she's got 6 more to find as they move into the backstretch and press on to 3/4. It's Mystical Rock who's the leader. Over there in second is a Kings Beach as they go by the 3/4 mile mark of the race, where they'll trip the beam in 1:29 around that final turn. And out with the lead, it's still a Mystical Rock. On the outside, Kings Beach trying to close in. Foolish Heart is up to third. Pacing in there to be fourth is Gotham Hanover through the stretch. It's Mystical Rock. Mystical Rock leads them now by 2. In their second, Kings Beach. Mystical Rock to win. Kings Beach finishing second. Foolish Heart is third. 157-1.
What a smoker here at Wyandot. 157-1. Mystical Rock. Rock Me Gently. Kings Beach was second. 3-4. Well, as soon as that sun went under, by the way, it cooled right down. The sun went away. We're cloudy and overcast right now. And Dawn did not learn from, do you have any outerwear? Down. That little old lady sitting way over there, she got a nice shawl on her I can get for you. You can just wrap up. I am cool up here, but I got like those, I don't know what they're made out of, not Velcro, felt. I got 2 of those things on, but I'm still, I might grab one of those coolers that they handed out. Mystical Rock. He is a 7-year-old by Rockin' Image, the old class. Just picked up win number 31 and 137 lifetime starts. Now has earnings of over $388,000.
I got a long sleeve shirt on under the.
Front of the stands after winning the 11th race, the 3 Mystical Rock. 7-year-old bay-gutted son of Rockin' Image. At a major encounter by Art Major on my Fix It Up farm. Mervyn Schmucker is the trainer. Scott Sisko, the winning driver, 157-1. This one sponsored by Lucky Draw Racing Stables. Tanika was 5th, Gotham Hanover 4th, Mystical Rock the winner, Kings Beach 2nd, Foolish Heart 3rd. 5-4, 1-2-3, 29-1. 59-1, 129, 157-1.
I see.
Bring them out for the 12th race. Let's head them out for race 12. Scratch the 5. A field of 4 white saddle pads. Bring them out for the 12th.
They said last night.
So that was a last quarter 28-1 on that mile. I want to take this time before we go any further to congratulate our winners in text trivia. They're getting the prize package number 2. They are winners again. They're just, these folks are smart. The congratulations to Steve Graham from Middletown, Ohio, and Jerry Froelich from Broad Heights, Ohio. You get the prize B eventually. Don't worry, you'll get it. We have all your names, have all the names in the book. And we'll be playing that text trivia during Jug Week at Delaware. I'm going to have some good jug questions for you, so brush up on all the jug questions on the history of jug. It's going to be a great week at Delaware. Going to have a lot of good interviews, got a plethora of things to do and things to win. We'll have jackets, we'll have souvenirs, jug souvenirs. Just great time. It's going to be a great week. You be there. We can't be in person, but you can be there with us on the Trot and Pace Marketing broadcast. We'll have hosts. Just a good time. So with that thought in mind, we shall be back in a few short minutes.
The roots of harness racing are born at the county fairs. For over 150 years, people have gathered to watch horses battle it out for fame and glory. Catch the thrills this summer at an Ohio Fair Racing Conference County Fair. The OFRC races at 21 fairs in 19 Ohio counties. Trotters and pacers put it all on the line to be called the best in the Buckeye State. The Ohio Racing Conference, where the path to greatness begins. When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1974, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at bigdweb.com. Most orders shipped that day, or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Upper Sandusky hosted its premier fair in October of 1855, and by 1856 bought the first acreage on its present site 1 mile north of the courthouse. The Wyandot County Fair was a hit, and a third of a mile track was constructed in 1859 under the grove of trees that still stand today. The races are so popular that a new 1/2 mile track was built in 1873, as the exhibitions and amusements were located in the infield as they watched the high-wheel sulkies wing around them. They needed even more room, so land was bought in 1921. The present-day track was constructed outside the midway, along with the grandstand. That would serve well until being replaced by the new steel and wooden building in 1988. Today, the 8th generation fairgrowers are treated to Ohio Fair Racing Conference stake races and promises a fine time, just like in days gone by. You are getting some great miles today. Track record, 155-1. And just at a mile 57-1. We've had numerous miles under 2 minutes. You're in trouble again. Track record. Nice 5-year-old, trained by Jeff Nysonger, driven by Ryan Stow. 155-1. Now, when we have a crowd here, spectators, they have...
Again, let's get together and pray them in order.
On the backdrop, they have all the different track records, all nice painted, and they have this setup. They have of course, we have no spectators now. They're not going to do anything for us retrobates as up here. We're the only ones in the grandstand. But we'll be back in the stronger than ever in 2021. But this is a 12th coming up. This is a non-winners of 300 last 4 starts. It's a condition race. And they have 5 horses in it. There's only 3 of them have 1 win for this year, but they got some.
Hey guys, we're going to get them together, line them up, and parade them in order.
Rollum is a winner of $470,000 lifetime as a market Mohawk of 150-1. Relino Hanover, 213 lifetime starts as a market 54-4 Dover Downs, and Striking Reality. There's a mark of 52 and 152 and 3 at Northfield. So they have their Cash of Dreams. He's got a mark of 151 at Poconos. They've had their glory days. This might be another one of the glory days.
That is the call to post for the upcoming 12th race. Condition Pace, sponsored by Quest Federal Credit Union. Purse $2,500. In this race, scratch the 5, 1 Cash Your Dreams with Ryan Stahl. 2 Roll 'em Up, Hunter Myers. 3 is Rolino Hanover and Jason McGinnis. 4 Striking Reality, Chris Hirschberger is driving. The 5 is scratched. That's the field for the 12th.
So again, they've had their glory days, and they just they still can come up, bounce back. It's just they've been racing up condition races up at the big tracks. Striking Reality just coming off a win at Northfield 11 days ago, winning 54 and 1 up there. He was in the known as a 750 last 4. That's a cheap condition, but a win's a win. He does show a mark at Northfield on the 29th of Northfield at July of 52 and 4, finished 3rd. So Striking Reality might bounce back. He might be, Chris Hirschberger might just say, let's go to the winner's circle. Let's try and get to the winner's circle one more time. He's already got 9
Starters
lifetime
called
wins.
him in for the 12th race. Condition Pace. Sponsored by Quest Federal Credit Union. The gate is rolling.
So they come back to form. He's only got 53 lifetime starts. I like a 4-1 in here. That these old class horses might just jump up and bite you.
First $2,500, top of the stretch, and here they come. They're off into pacing 1. Cash Your Dreams goes out there looking for the lead. Roll them up in second. Then it's Rolino Hanover and Striking Reality. They're in numerical order 1 through 4 as they circle the turn to the backstretch. Cash Your Dreams on the lead. Roll 'em Up is there in second. Rolino Hanover and Striking Reality. So they move on to the quarter where Cash Your Dreams and Ryan Stahl on the lead. Hunter Meyer sitting right there with Roll 'em Up. Jason McGinnis looks him over with Rolino Hanover, and Chris Hirschberger can see them all with Striking Reality. The opening quarter a very soft 31 and 4. Around the turn they go. Cash Your Dreams has him way slowed down here. He's stealing the first lap. Roll him up there second. Rolino Hanover and Striking Reality pacing down here to the half. They're still in single file. Cash Your Dreams on the lead. Roll 'em Up is there in second. Then Rolino Hanover and Striking Reality. Moving here by the half.
103.
In 103, Cash Your Dreams is the leader in their second. Roll 'em Up. Then it's Rolino Hanover. Striking Reality. A lot of action here as they move into the backstretch. And with the lead, it's still Cash Your Dreams. Roll 'em Up has had enough. And Hunter Myers has popped the pocket with this one as they continue on to the 3/4 mile mark of the race. Cash Your Dreams on the inside. Roll 'em Up is on the outside. Those two stride for stride. 3/4, 133 and 1. Moving around that final turn with the lead. Roll 'em Up. Cash Your Dreams in second. Rolino Hanover and Striking Reality like the first lap pace better as they come through the stretch. Now Cash Your Dreams has made a break, and it is Roll 'em Up. Roll 'em Up has just rolled on them today. Roll 'em Up will win. Cash Your Dreams finishing second. And that's sight for show. 2 minutes, 3/5.
Ooh. come the last half in 57-3, I believe, if I'm correct. That's why the Cash Your Dreams cashed it in. They come a little bit too much for them coming for home. But last quarter in 27-2. Let me get the times on this. My head's swimming. But Hunter Myers roll him up. The official rundown. We're working up our way to the 13th and final here at Wyandot. Incidentally, kind of apropos maybe, if I can say, when horses go down go around the track like that, they call that they're going single file or Indian file. And the reason why they call it Indian file is when the Indians, Native Americans, used to go through the woods, their paths, they would just follow one back, one after the other. They wouldn't go 4 wide or 3 wide. They just, and they usually, those trails were the old buffalo trails that the paths would go.
Moving back to the winner's circle after winning the 12th race, it is the 2 Roll 'em Up, a 12-year-old bay-gelded son of Rock and Roll Hanover at a fresh start by Abercrombie. All by Caleb Hagerman, trained by Herman Hagerman. Hunter Myers, the winning driver, time of the mile 2 minutes, 3/5. This one sponsored by Quest Federal Credit Union. Cash Your Dreams second, Roll 'em Up the winner, Relino Hanover third, Striking Reality fourth, Stellar BB scratched. 2, 1, 3, 4, scratch your bottom, 31 and 4, 103, 133 and 1, 2 minutes, 3/5. 13th race is next, our 13th and final. We've made it to the end here. Green saddle pads, we'll need 5 of you. We've got Hunter Myers driving the 2, Chris Hirschberger on 5. Again, we do expect a change on the 4. I'll give that to you as soon as we get it.
Now that old class 12-year-old by Rock and Roll Hanover out of an Abercrombie mare. Abercrombie was a foal of 1977, so we're going back a few years. That's old-time breeding. But if you look at that horse standing in the winner's circle, just look at his head. That is an intelligent, what they call an intelligent head on a horse. Very smart-looking animal. And you will... So you have a... And as again, you will very seldom see a dumb good horse, because a good horse is usually smart. They have their, that horse just had and he just shows it right on paper. Over $471,000 earned lifetime. Love them old class horses. We will be back for the 13th and final race here at Wyandot after these messages.
Cool Winds Farm in Lima, Ohio wants to thank all of the breeders that supported our first season, standing the popular sire, Dancin' Yankee. Cool Winds also stands the fast son of Some Beach Somewhere, Santa Fe Beach Boy, and 2015 Little Brown Jug runner-up Lost for Words, who engaged in an epic battle with Wiggle It Jiggle It, and whose first crop will sell this fall. Be sure to visit Randy and Kim Haynes in the Cool Winds Farm consignment at the Ohio Selected Jug Sale at Pickaway Ag Center on Friday, September 18th.
With more than 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. Much of that value comes from standardbred horse owners, breeders, trainers, and drivers who participate in the sport of harness racing. The mission of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association is to preserve, protect, promote, and serve the entire standardbred industry in Ohio and beyond. To learn more about the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association, go to ohha.com. That's ohha.com.
What
Let's get to know Emily Hay. How did you get started in the horse racing business?
Actually, it's a funny story. Somebody left a note on my door, free male sterile horse, and I thought it was a trail horse, and I called my friend Bobby Warner, and he wanted to know what kind of horse it was, and I said, well, he said it's a race horse, and he said pacer or trotter, and I said it's a horse. And so him and Bob and Tommy Hope helped me get started, and here I am today.
What do you like most about racing at the fairs?
The family atmosphere. Everybody gets to know you. They know Colton. They always ask me if he's not here, where he is. And the food. There's always food in the barn, so if you don't get up to the fair to get food, you're not going home hungry.
Do you remember your first fair win?
Yes, I do. With Mr. I Am, and as a reporter called and asked me, he said, do you realize it took you 40 starts to get your win, and you're actually 40 years old?
Do you have a favorite horse you've driven or trained?
I would have to say, personally, Royal Delta, because she's mine and she's my pet. I'm driving T-Red now for Henry Gawley, and he is awesome.
How competitive is it with the ladies out there on the track?
Oh my gosh, it is like very competitive. It's more competitive than racing with the guys. When we were up at Marion, the one we came off the track and somebody said, you guys aren't going for $1 million. And we're like, I know, but like it is. It's very, very competitive.
Is there a lot of trash talking?
No, not really. Like on the track, like your friends off the track, but when you're on the track, you know it's racing. I mean, and there's with everything, there's people you like, people you don't, but most of the time, like today, you help each other out and get things going.
What's your favorite fair food?
Bowman's Texas tenderloin and fish fries.
That's getting to know Emily Hay.
We're back live for the 13th and the final at Wyandot County Fair in Upper Sandusky, Ohio. He's on his uppers. We're at the upper. But 13th we have, it's a condition race known as a 2000, last 4. And we have 5 horses in it. We go range from a newbie. Here they are.
That's the call to post for the 13th race, or 13th and final, sponsored by Kirby Sand and Gravel. Hunter Myers on 2, Cody Greeno 4, Chris Hirschberger 5. 1 is Social Experiment with Ryan Stahl. 2 star-studded Cast, make that driver Hunter Myers. 3 is Northern Ashley and Melvin Miller. 4 Indigo K, driver change Cody Greeno. And the 5 he's Starstruck, driver change Chris Hirschberger in the sulky.
So this is the trot.
Put Trotting Hopples on the 1, Social Experiment.
A Social Experiment, this is the first time he's going to be on the racetrack for the public view. He doesn't have a charted line. It's a 3-year-old by Gusio. This is a well-bred animal. It's owned by Bob Brooks of Manlou, Ohio. He's Indiana bred.
The starter is ready to close the show here for the harness racing here at the Wyandot County Fair. He's called him in. The gate is rolling.
Have to go with
Condition trot, Kirby Sand and Gravel trot, purse $2,000, top of the stretch for our getaway race. Here they come.
Go with the old starred studded cast. Winner of $293,000. 2 for you.
He's Starstruck on a break. They're off and trotting it on the outside. Indigo K got the first call. He star-studded Cast is there at the rail. Northern Ashley is now off stride. So taking over third is Social Experiment with He's Starstruck. Into the backstretch they go, and it's the Chestnut, Indigo K, who leads them out there by a length and a quarter in their second, star-studded Cast. Social Experiment is in third. On a break fourth, He's Starstruck. Passing that one is Northern Ashley. Driving by the opening quarter in 30 1/5 around the turn with the lead. With them on top, it is Indigo K in their second, Star-Studded Cast. Social Experiment is there in third. Then comes Northern Ashley, and he's starstruck. Down to the half we go, and with the lead, it is Indigo K. The Fire Red Chestnut Mare is on top. In there to be second, Star-Studded Cast. Social Experiment has closed the gap in third. Over there fourth is a Northern Ashley 101 and 4. Around the turn they go. Indigo K trying to make every pole a winning one. Star-Studded Cast right there in second. Social Experiment's off stride. Trotter C, Trotter Do. Northern Ashley made a break. As they go on to the 3/4 mile mark of the race, it's still Indigo K. Star-Studded Cast out of the pocket on the outside. As they continue on to the 3/4 mile mark of the race, it's Indigo K on the inside. Star-Studded Cast on the outside. As they went by the 3/4, 132 and 3. And the class starts to kick in here, and it's Star-Studded Cast who now leads them by 3 lengths. Indigo K is there in second. Northern Ashley is further back in third as they trot through the stretch, and it's all Star-Studded Cast. Star-Studded Cast will win. Finishing second, Indigo K. Northern Ashley will get third. 202 and 1.
Good way to finish. I just get a kick out of the Star-Studded Cast. When they left out of there, he was going on top, and his ears were right up. And as soon as the horse come alongside him and tried to go by him, his ears pinned right back. Didn't want to let him go. They let him go, and he sat second and just plucked and takes win number 35. Lifetime starts and 177 lifetime starts. That old horse by Current Cast, 9 years old. He's got just went over $294,000 lifetime. But that will wrap up the racing for today here at Wyandot County Fair in Upper Sandusky. While they're waiting for the return of the winner's circle, I want to thank all the folks helping us put on a great day of racing. All the grounds crew, the volunteers, the
Coming back
blankets,
to
the
the
sponsors.
winner's circle after winning the 13th race, it is the 2 Star-Studded Cast, a 9-year-old bay-gutted son of a Current Cast. Had a celebrity image by Balanced Image, and by Danny Ray Hostetler. Lonnie Graber trains. Hunter Myers, the winning driver, time with a mile 202 and 1. This one is the Kirby Sand and Gravel Trot. Social Experiment was 4th. Star-Studded Cast the winner. Northern Ashley 3rd. Indigo K 2nd. He's Starstruck 5th. 4-1-3-2-5, 30 and 1/5. 101 and 4. 132 and 3. 202 and 1. With that, we will wrap it up for the action here at the Wyandot County Fair. We do thank everyone who tuned in today to watch on the live stream. And we thank all of the horsemen for racing here today. Make sure we do clean up after ourselves in the barn area and return your saddle pads. This has been Ayers Ratliff here this year, again calling the action for you. We hope you enjoy your rest of the day here at the Wyandot County Fair.
So, good day of racing. Again, plaudits everybody, all their efforts. They got volunteers. They got. Then we want to thank all the officials. Got Don Holbrook. Don. They get Don.
That's a new one.
No,
Holbrook.
that's somebody I worked with back in Massachusetts 10, 15 years ago. Holbrook, Don Holden. Here we go. So the Don Holden, Trot Pace Marketing, Teresa Maddox, doing great graphics again. Chris the Wi-Fi, that's okay. We're going to be at Delaware. Starting the sale tomorrow for you guys, correct? Yes, over at Circleville, at the Pickaway County Fair, Circleville, Ohio. They're selling the 273 select yearlings. That's a big good sale. But that starts tomorrow. Tomorrow we got to. Everyone has to prepare for Delaware, the Jug Week. Starting on Sunday, we'll be starting at 10:30, I believe, on Sunday with interviews, all sorts of stuff. So join us. We'll have our games, etc. Like that. A lot of informative, very entertaining 5 days planned from Sunday through Jug Day on Thursday. So with that, I want to thank you. It's Tom Pye, the harness guy, and behalf of the Ohio Harness Horsemen Association, all our fair consortiums. I want to thank you. We shall see you on Sunday at Delaware, Ohio. Until then, have a great day, have a great night. God bless. Take care. We'll see you soon.
Thank you for joining us today for Ohio Fair Racing Conference action from Upper Sandusky. Be sure to join us Sunday as we head to Delaware for day one of our 5 days in Delaware for racing from the Delaware County Fairgrounds. Post time is 1 p.m. For the entire production crew, thank you for watching. We'll see you in Delaware. Be there!